Down! Green team! Green team! Set! Hey!
Good morning, football fans, and welcome to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your directly for all that is sports. Here it comes, y'all. We have made it week 1 of the NCAA. My goodness, we got so much to get into. What's going down? What games are so important, and what teams need to start winning immediately to look anything near serious this year. Also, we're diving in deep. High school football has been a doozy, man. Great games. Would you look at that? Coach Carson Palmer gets his first victory over what? The Football Factory. We'll be talking about that coming up today, and that current top 25 from Max Preps, man. Super excited to jump on into some high school football. Also, the 3C 2A Junior Colleges of California just kicked off yesterday. Reedley and Butte had themselves a game, and today, well, the rest of them are coming to play. Who's who? Who's we going to look for in this young season? We'll take a look at it. Also, Hutchinson, is this a true dynasty in the NJCAA? This will be a lot of fun to get into today. We have a defending champ who looks pretty strong. Again, or will Iowa Western have something to say about that this year? Regardless, reason to believe Hutchinson just might actually be that champ if they continue to play how they've been. Also, talking some D3 coming up next week. Their kickoff is actually on Thursday, so they will be coming on up with tons of huge games. Again, who to watch? What are we even doing in that division right now? Because, again, I just wish it would start earlier. But regardless, the D3 football coming your way. Division 2 got underway just actually a couple days ago. Colorado Mesa. We'll talk about them in a few moments. Also, jumping on in over to the NAIA. Again, another reason to believe a champ, well, is a champ. As we talked about last season, Grandview. And again, another possibility these guys could be repeating because they're pretty strong. Regardless, all that coming up today. FCS, FBS, and plenty more. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in live to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your directly for all that is sport. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, football fans all over the globe. We appreciate you guys so much for being here today, man. My name's Larry B, and as always, I am joined by a great friend of mine, a dude who knows a thing or two about some football, and of course, one of the best damn podcasters we've had on this network ever. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming the host of Set Point, our volleyball show here at IE Sports Radio, and our IE Sports Radio SoCal Insider. Check him out for all your SoCal needs here all over the place on IE Sports Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, Teran Rodriguez. What's going on, brother? How you doing today, man?
Hey, Larry B. Thank you for having me. And I'm back here after a week at a remote area. So I'm back at the Studio T. So let's do this.
I like that. Studio T. Creative,
T.
brother, creative. I like that. Well, here we go, man. This is we are here. We have arrived. Football, man. I'm telling you, we are ready to rock and roll, man. Today we got so much great stuff today. Again, bittersweet, man. Lee Corso, final game day. Oh, we got SC all day long. I feel you. My shirt's blue and I'm still SC, baby. Let's go. But I will tell you this, man. Again, Lee Corso, again, today is it, man. The man is like 90 years old. The coach, man, he is the coach. Just want to start things off, man. We ended it last week saying, goodbye. Well, again, I just want to say this week, man, Lee Corso to retire. Final game day, bro. Amazing career. His whole life has been football. The coach, you will be missed, good sir. You will be honored forever on this network, and hopefully many more years to come for you, good sir. And like I said, this guy is. I mean, you grew up watching this guy, right, Darren? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, this was such a big part of Saturday mornings for me always. And then we started doing the show. I mean, I still have him on when we're doing this, man. I mean, he's a legend of the game, and we just got to say a quick, adieu to this man. Amazing career, and definitely bummer that he's gone. But after today, he's off the air. But hey, still alive and kicking, looking great, in his older age. And you are the man, coach. So what you got to say about Lee, man?
Yeah, it's been a great ride for Lee Corso, and salute to him for all of the years, and I wish him nothing but the best going forward. And we had a great ride with him, but eventually, all good things sometimes have to come to an end. But a great run from him, regardless.
Yeah, he's the man. Sucks though, like I said. We're gonna, have I don't know, college game day won't be the same, man. It will not be the same. I'll tell you that right now. But again, just amazing career, and we definitely appreciate this guy and in all facets of the game, man. So okay, I'll tell you right now, one of the biggest things I will always, everyone's gonna say this today, of course. I don't know if they're gonna go around the table and talk about memorable moments or anything like that, but every single week, just putting the head of the mascot on, right? I mean, it's just so iconic. No one's ever done that. This is huge, right? I mean, it's something that we grew up watching. He would disappoint fans. He would make them cheer. I mean, he would do this right in front of them too. If he really felt that the opposing team was going to win, he would put it on. They'd boo him. He didn't care. I mean, it was just, So I'm just saying, man, it's going to be pretty different without him, man. So any favorite Lee Corso moments, or you just remember him for putting those heads on, man?
Pretty much putting those heads on, because you never know what's in those heads, those mascot heads.
Well, I'll tell you, man, I'm really happy that he's on to a great retirement, but man, at the same exact time, gonna miss this guy. He is without a doubt a legend of the game, and just want to say, a farewell to Lee Corso, man. You are the man, and we appreciate you, and just thank you for all you've done for the football community, man. So with that said, all right, Teran, well, let's do it, man. Here we go. We are, of course, week, I don't even know where we are no more. Week 0 is officially over. The double week, if we do the week 0, week 1 deal. And well, from this past week, man, I mean, we've seen some stuff happen, but I just gotta say, man, after this past week, we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, man. We have to. Did you? I mean, I didn't see this coming fully. It's not like it's the greatest upset in the world. Okay, it's not. But come on, man. USF. These guys upset number 25 Boise State. Look, Gentie's gone. Okay, cool. But what I'm saying is did Boise State get too much hype coming into this season? I mean, they just lost, their star running back is now in the NFL playing for the Raiders. God help him. And, I just feel that I don't know. Did they get a little too much love being ranked? A little too being ranked? Is USF unappreciated? Does this team deserve to be ranked to start the season? Or what do you? Because dude, it was a beatdown, man. I mean, 34-7. I mean, it was nasty. So yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this was a little unexpected, but honestly, Boise State isn't the same team as they were last year. Let's keep it a buck. And their rush game really did not kind of was missed when it came to Ashton Genty. So sorry, I just think Boise State just doesn't have that same step. And yeah, it's going to take a little while to fill the void. But credit to South Florida. They defended their home turf, and I feel Boise State just did not handle playing on the road. And that's unfortunate just because I think they were decent on the road last year, and the fact that last year they had that home playoff game, it
Oh
just
yeah.
did not work out for them.
No, it's a bummer, man. I wish it would be better for those guys. I feel bad for them because I like Boise, man. They, Albertsons Field. Come on, man. The
The
Smurf turf.
Smurf
Hey,
turf.
they got the blue one today. I mean, these guys, man, are it's iconic. Good football team. I mean, my gosh. But then again, the last time they were solid was what? Kellen Moore. We're talking like 2008, 2009. You know what I mean? Like a good football team, a really strong football team. So, yeah, man, it was crazy. I mean, the Bulls. So, regardless, guys, South Florida. Okay, the Bulls delivered a stunning upset this past week. Again, 34-7, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. And this victory marked USF's first win over a ranked opponent since 2016. So, crazy, right? A showcase that dominated performance on both sides of the ball too, man. These guys went on. Quarterback Byron Brown led the offense, man. He went 16 for 24, 212 yards, I think 210 yards, something like that. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. This guy did it all, man. His leadership was instrumental. I mean, you've seen this guy on the sideline getting hyped up. This was awesome, man. They had a receiver, Nimrod. I don't know. He was great though, man. Chaz Nimrod, I believe. This guy had 3 receptions, 96 yards. He caught a 45-yard pass downfield in a trick play, which is pretty sweet. So I mean, and the defense was relentless, man, forcing 3 fumbles and stopping Boise State on 3 fourth down conversions, man. So yeah, linebacker Jalen Schuler, I believe his name is, led the defense with 14 tackles and a fumble recovery. Look, man, the Bulls held the Boise State defense to 7 points, but I just felt it was way worse than that. I mean, I know you can get worse than that, but this is their season low in opening games since 2013. Teran, how you like that one?
Yeah, Boise State thought everything was sweet when they led 7-0 after the first quarter, and then South Florida just decided to turn on the Jets and basically just run them down. So, and those 3 turnovers did not help. The South Florida wound up winning the turnover battle, and Boise State just was not. They just did not seem like the team that they were last year. But that's kind of understandable. So,
it is
overall, I just think that this was kind of a solid game. It wasn't like the flashiest game offensively for South Florida, but honestly, they just played their game. They just kind of were those working men and whatnot.
Yeah, no, it's true, man. I mean, it's rough. I feel bad for Boise State. Honestly, dude, I feel like this happens though. It happens so much because that's what happens. Like a team will be ranked, right? A team will be ranked last year. They'll be good, and then they'll get thrown into the fire in an early game, like of the season, and, and before you know it, like this happens, and it's like it didn't. It's hard to explain, right? But like they had a great team, but hey, they lost some players. They're not the same team they were, and then they get stomped out, and now everyone's like, oh, they're choke artists or whatever. Nah, man, this is Boise State. This is just the new version of it, So we'll see what they can do this year. They can right the wrong. But yeah, Boise State, man, despite being outgained, all right, they I'm sorry. Despite gaining, yes. USF in total yards, which is crazy. 378 yards to 372. I mean, it's only 6 freaking yards. But regardless, they struggled with turnovers, man, and missed opportunities. And that was really what it was. Quarterback Madison completed 25 of 46 passes for 225 yards and a touchdown. But the Broncos failed to capitalize on severe drives in USF territory, man. So overall, the victory not only boosts USF's confidence, but also sends a strong message to the College Football Playoff Committee, especially as they prepare to face 2 more ranked opponents. They got Florida and the U coming up in within the next couple of weeks, man. Like they're getting ready to start off soon. So I don't know, man. I mean, look, this is way too early, but USF, what do you think, man? Look, they look great over a quality opponent. It's week 1. Do we really want to call them true quality because we didn't know exactly who they were? We knew Genty wasn't there. Or do you say, screw it, Teran? No, this is football. screw it. They sent a message. Let's see. No, they're doing what they can, right? They can't control their schedule. They can't say, hey, we want to play these guys next week. They're doing what they can with the schedule they have. And in that first game, they got a big victory over a top 25 team. I mean, what do you think? Are they looking for real this year? Do you see USF pulled off a few more? Do you think this might just be the only time they flash in the pan and we don't see them anymore? What do you think?
I want to see more from this USF team. I want to see what they could do next week against Florida and the following week against Miami. I think they'll be good in terms of their conference, but I just want to see more in terms of how good this team actually is.
No, I agree. I think that's a good way to put it, man. Because really, it was huge. This was huge. This was pretty big. Last week, I wanted to. This last past Thursday, I guess I loved it. It was a great game. I had a lot of fun watching it. But overall, it just kind of seems like Boise, there's a lot of work there to do for this team now that they don't have their star running back. So what do you do, man? So anyway, this last past week was pretty fun, man. Obviously, oh no. Do we dare talk about some of those games we talked about last week? Some of the fun ones?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
the week 0 ones.
No. Are you ready for this one, Teran? Are you ready? Yeah, tell me you're ready, Teran. Oh no, Stanford! Teran, you said it. You said it last week. This team. What do you think?
A tree fell down in the islands, and everyone was around to see it and hear it.
This was. Oh my gosh. We talked about this game being a huge one for Stanford because actually a huge one for Hawaii. But you said it last week. If they lost this game, they lost this game. You know how many more games
coming from?
Where is it coming from? And Teran, well, I think we're in that. I think we can have the conversation now. Where's the win coming from? Because this was probably the most. I don't know. The Stanford just doesn't look good. They don't. And now this was a 3-point game. Okay, it was 23-20. It wasn't like Stanford couldn't have won this one. They did. But how many winnable games do they really have on this team right now? Because again, it's just they don't look very good. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. All right, Teran. Well, we're gonna play Where's the Win Coming From with Teran Rodriguez. Where is it coming from, man?
Probably San Jose State, and that's barring San Jose State isn't bad by any means. But yeah, this was a definite loss on their hands, and I just gotta say, how do you not use your timeouts in the second half, Frank Reich?
Oh,
does he think that they carry over into the next game? Like, come on.
I mean, he might have. He's only
the
coaching.
fact that Stanford's game against BYU is going to be on ESPN is criminal.
It's true, man. No, look, Stanford's got some rough road ahead of him, man. These guys, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand why they're so bad. But they're not going to look very good this year. They're a team that, and now they're playing all their stupid games across the freaking country. Like I said, apparently for one of the smartest schools in the country, they forgot what geography was. So they're on the East Coast now apparently. But that's one hell of a flight.
Yep.
to your conference. So I don't know, man. But Stanford needs to get it together because this is crazy, man. So anyway, I just want to throw a couple funny ones out there, man. I really loved this last past week, man, and we had some good football games. We really did. Overall, I think the one that everybody was watching last week because it was the only game that was actually worth watching last week for those of you. But here we go. It was Farmageddon. Yes, it was. It was a solid football game. Iowa State, number 22 Iowa State, defeating number 17 Kansas State 24-21 in the most awesome country of Ireland. Love it. Love it. Well, they had themselves a great old time over there in Ireland, man, because, well, Iowa, the Cyclones at least did. Wildcats, man, they had every opportunity, just couldn't seal the deal, man. So what are your thoughts on this game?
Well, it seems like whenever a game is played in Ireland, I think we just got to go with the upset instead of just taking the favorite, just because this is the second straight year we've had an upset when it comes to the Ireland game. Last year we had Georgia Tech beating a top 10 Florida State team. Now we have this. So nice win by Iowa State, but man, Kansas State really dropped the ball when it came to this one, just because if they had won this one, they wouldn't have had to deal with any other ranked opponents throughout the season. Except, okay, one other being Texas Tech, but still, that's pretty disappointing if you ask me for Kansas State. But I guess this just goes to show the rivalry between these two teams. And I talk about teams with only one other ranked game this year for the time being. That's the case for Iowa State, who only has Arizona State on their docket in terms of ranked opponents. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Iowa State this year in the Big 12.
That's a very fun one there, isn't it? To kind of take a look at. I mean, I don't know. Rocco Beck, this guy was awesome. He was like named the MVP of that game. For all three Cyclones touchdowns, man. The dude was there. He was all in and around that game. Completed 14 of 28, 138 yards, executed a crucial fourth and 3 conversion, which is pretty cool, man, late in the game to help secure the win. And really, Kansas State, man, Avery Johnson, 273 yards, 2 touchdowns. Okay. Showcase resilience after a challenging first half. But and this is another one, despite outgaining Iowa State in total yards, how did this happen again? 383 to 313. In passing, 273, 183. The Wildcats struggled. They struggled with key fourth down conversions, successfully completing only 1 of 4 attempts. I mean, wow, right? Yes, the weather was crappy. Okay, I get it. The field wasn't too good, but you can't always blame it on that, man. So I don't know, man. This is just crazy to think. I mean, there was some more stuff that happened with this game, but we don't want to go into it. But for anybody who's heard anything in the news or whatever, or sports news, but I will say this game was crazy, man. It was a fun game to watch. I really enjoyed it, but oh my gosh, like I don't know, man. I guess I seen Kansas State just throw the game out the window. Like, I mean, so many times. What do you do though? It was a fun game. It really was. And somebody had to win it, somebody had to lose it. Iowa State earned the game. I'm not saying anything bad about these guys. It was just, I don't know. It was a game
Fun
where they both
rivalry
won
game, right
there.
there.
It was. And I do feel that this will continue to be a fun one. But I don't know, man. I mean, when it comes down to it, I just feel like both teams had so many missed opportunities, and I think everybody's just blaming it on the weather. I get it, but no matter what we got, it was a good game. I thought it was a lot of fun, and what a way to start off the season. I hope we can do that every year, like a fun game like that.
Yeah, I think that will definitely be the case going forward, and I think the committee will definitely be 100% behind it. Having a game in Ireland and picking like ACC or not ACC opponents, just any conference opponents.
Yeah, I'm with that, man. It was a great one, man. So let's take a quick look here at hey, we got Ricky Keeler in the comments here. So hey, what's going on, buddy? Glad to see you, man. Thank you for jumping on in here. Frank Reich and Dion went to the same time, man. They sure damn did. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The Colorado Buffaloes just not having a good day either. Talk about those guys, man. And Ricky Keeler, shout out to Tarleton State. That's right. The little D2 school from Texas has found their way in to the FCS, man. And we talked about them last year when 2 years ago when they jumped in. But I love this when you see schools that have the balls to do it, right, Teran?
Yep.
You have guys like Tarleton State. You got schools like Sam Houston State. You got these schools that are jumping up. Still looking at you, Mount Union. Still looking at you, North Dakota State. I mean, if it's anybody, North Dakota State needs to just jump to FBS already. But again, this is pretty crazy. Yeah, they upset Army. That was a crazy game last night. Poor Army. No, the Army has those. Army Navy has those years. Even the Air Force. I mean, the Air Force hasn't been like super relevant for about 15 years now. But hey, there was a time where they were pretty damn good. The Air Force Falcons. So good
Wasn't
old.
Army pretty decent last year until they faced like Notre Dame?
They were. I'm saying they were. They have their years where they're pretty solid, and then there's just years where the service academies just aren't so well.
Yeah.
Kind of a rough one there. So anyway, Darren, any recaps from last week or any games you want to talk about? There's so many of them, and we can go down a giant list, but then we'll be here forever. So any notable fun ones that you want to throw out there before we take our first break of the day?
UNLV nearly got past Idaho State last Saturday, which I don't think anyone had on their bingo card. Nebraska edged Cincinnati, kind of a close one right there. Yesterday we had Tarleton State obviously beating Army, Georgia Tech beating Colorado. Oh God! Well, I expect Georgia Tech to actually be good this year, and they'll probably take the ACC unless someone else challenges them outside of Clemson. Does not look like anything. Auburn beat Baylor, which was pretty impressive if you ask me.
Yeah.
UNLV moved to 2-0. San Jose State lost yesterday, so that makes Stanford's matchup against San Jose State a little bit more encouraging. San Diego State shut out Stony Brook, but let's be honest, it's just Stony Brook. Same thing with Wisconsin shutting out Miami, so there you go.
Yeah, these are the tune-up games, if you will. But anyway, man. Well, this has been fun, and I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're here for it. Glad we're doing our thing. Well, we're going to roll it on, man. Take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, I got to grab the coffee real quick. When we come back, we're jumping into a whole bunch of high school football and then so on, man. You are all tuned in live to 3 and Out right here on iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports. We'll be right back with all kinds of crap after this.
Hi, eSports Radio fans. This show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single-A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clanking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. iSports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
And that is correct, y'all. Take care of your mental health. Take care of it. You better do it because it's, yes, mentally strong mental health, y'all. That's the way you need to be, man. So big shout out to our awesome sponsor, Vital Apparel. We appreciate you guys, man. Use our code again, IESR. 15% off their merchandise, man. Help support a great cause of mental health, the fight against mental illness, and of course, check out our awesome sponsor, of course, Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, man. The jerky gets on all over the planet. Check these guys out, man. Give them a follow. You're gonna want to get some great jerky from the game. Jerky such a damn good thing for sports, man. Like, I mean, this is where you want to be, y'all. Jerky, jerky, jerky. I'm gonna say. So grab you some Planet Jerky, man. Great jerky, quality jerky, and trust me, you won't be disappointed. Have yourselves a game day bag, man. Delicious flavors. So there you got it. And of course, you can check us out, man. Follow us on X, TikTok, and YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We like to do that because it's fun. So check us out on X, man. Well, check us out right now on TikTok. That is our growing platform at the moment. We're just racking up the follows. We appreciate you guys again for all of your comments and having fun with all of our videos and in the chat and everything. I just wanted to say real quick, too, shout out to our boy Brian Francione. Appreciate you, brother, for tuning in, man, as well. Jumping on in here this morning. And, well, we got some more football to talk. So, Teran, here we go, man. We're going from the low to the high, man. Let's go do it again. So, this last past week, man, in high school football. Well. All right. A couple different notes here. So, Corner Canyon, these guys made a huge jump in the top 25, man. These guys really did 13 spots. Huge, gigantic, significant, whatever you want to call it. These guys jumped up extremely high. Corner Canyon is now, I mean, these guys are up there. They're now 6th in the nation. They're 2-0. They played against quality opponents. They just destroyed Bingham. I mean, what more do you want? This Utah school is now in the top. They're scraping that top 5. They look good. Orange Lutheran, what in the wow? Like, seriously, Olu, man. They proved themselves, right, Teran? They're battle tested. They proved themselves. They're saying, why is everybody in the Trinity League moving up but us? Well, they put a stop to that because these guys went up 34 freaking positions. The largest ascent in the rankings, man. These guys went completely up, which is pretty sweet, man. So Olu, again, a school that just they got it done, man. They beat a powerhouse in Northwestern from last week from Florida. So big ups to these guys, man. They got it done. Mater Dei remains at the top, of course. We know that, followed by St. John Bosco, Bishop Gorman, a top 3 that we're positively always seeing at the top at the moment. Massive movers like Grayson, Sierra Canyon, and Thompson, Alabama, are flexing their school's strong starts to the top 2025 season. Also, St. Thomas Aquinas, they took a hit after their first loss, man. They dropped 2 spots, with Santa Margarita sliding even more after their initial defeat. But I think they're going to be going back up after this past week, getting that victory over the Football Factory. So really fast, guys, we're going to just kind of run through these, and then Teran, go ahead and have at it, man. So some key victories here, man. Grayson, number 5 Grayson out of Georgia. These guys, how about it? 24-23 in overtime. They defeated Thompson, which is number 19. So we had a 5 versus 19 game. It was an instant classic. Thompson tied it in overtime. Tied, basically. Yeah, they tied it up, made this thing into overtime. Went for the win with a 2-point try, but Grayson's defense held, man, which is amazing. So they did tie it up, not to go into overtime, but in overtime. Junior quarterback Deuce Smith, in his first start, delivered late drives, and running back Ashton Turner punched in 2 scores, including the game winner. So awesome stuff there, man. And then, of course, actually, we'll go ahead and stop there, man. Just kind of talk about a few of these. But how about that Grayson game, man? How do you think that team felt after that one?
I think that was an instant classic right there between 2 nationally ranked teams. And can't really knock Thompson for going for 2. You play to win the game. You don't play for overtime and more overtime. So a great win for Grayson, but a very good fight from Thompson. I think they have a lot of upside to them. So I think this was an instant classic.
It really was, man. So, okay, now it's time for Teran to just take over the show. This is the Teran takeover because this man knows this Trinity League so well. Teran, you talked to him in the preseason, in the summer passing league. I forgot the name of that prestigious passing league it was, but you...
Battle at the Beach.
Battle at the Beach. Well, Teran, they battled, and they lost last week to a very good Mission Viejo school, which is just miles away. But this time, they took on a team from my neck of the woods in Corona Centennial, the football factory, Coach Logan's team. And Teran, number 21, Santa Margarita. They pulled it off, man. They defeated Corona Centennial 33-27 in overtime. Carson Palmer earns his first win as head coach in dramatic fashion, man. Freshman running back Adrian Patero, I believe, sealed it in overtime. Centennial nearly stole it late, but Santa Margarita blocked a PAT to force overtime and then closed it out. All right, man, give it to us. How about this one?
Well, for starters, Matt Logan unfortunately was not at the game. He actually was at a hospital for precautionary evaluation. So hopefully everything is all square with him. But yeah, this was quite the crazy game. There was a pick six. Santa Margarita's Trent Mosley didn't play, unfortunately. And they actually were up 27-14 at one point, and then Corona Centennial managed to make a comeback. And with 49 seconds left, Centennial tied it. And all they needed was the extra point to go up by one. But unfortunately, that kick was blocked. Unfortunately for Centennial, that is. And then it went overtime. Centennial got the ball to start overtime. Did not convert on fourth down. And then Santa Margarita got it. And they were able to punch it in from 1 yard out, courtesy of Adrian Petero. So that was how Santa Margarita was able to get their first win in the Carson Palmer era. So a great win overall for Santa Margarita. A great character win right there, especially in overtime against a really good opponent and without your best wide receiver. So I think this is a big win for Santa Margarita, big step in the right direction for them. Now, Corona Centennial, obviously, this was a tough loss for them. I think that they had opportunities to win this game, but unfortunately, they just kept making mistakes and whatnot. And I just feel that this is going to be one of those games that they're going to want back. That being said, I think this is going to be the game where Corona Centennial doesn't peak at the right moment. Everyone's going to say that they fell off, they lost to Centennial, or they lost to Santa Margarita. But you got to remember that last year Centennial lost to Santa Margarita, and eventually Centennial wound up making it to the semifinals. So I think this loss is nothing but a blip on the radar, and I think Centennial will be fine going forward the rest of the way.
It's true. Centennial is a great. I did not know all those. So again, guys, this is the Teran takeover. This man follows these SoCal teams so much, and yeah, dude, this sucks. That was a crappy. That sucks that had to happen. I hope everything's cool with Coach Logan. That really sucks. But man, how about this? Man, you just gotta love it though. You gotta love the fight in these youngsters, you know. And to me, this is a great football game. And at the end of the day, hey, someone's got to win it. Someone's got to lose it, no matter what no matter what's at stake, or no matter what's placed. Right? I mean, it doesn't matter. The world could be ending while the game's going on, and well, what are you going to do? Well, the world was ending, so you know what I mean? It sucks, you know, it is what it is, but when it comes down to it, man, it was a great football game. It really was, and you know, hey, even for them, for Centennial to be down so much, including their head coach, okay, it's crazy to think that they still fought like this going to overtime. So in overtime, man. So big game there for Coach, man. I'm happy for Coach Carson Palmer. I really am. I think he's a great guy, man. We were fans of his at one point in time at SC, cheering him on, and I do feel that, you know, great things are to come for both of these teams. So awesome stuff there, man. Number 17, Bergen Catholic, man, out of New Jersey. Whoa, they defeated number 25, East St. Louis out of Illinois, man. This was a good one. Bergen went out for two late and nailed it, man. So, oh my gosh, wow, they stunned East St. Louis at Battle of the Beach. There you go, Battle of the Beach. So for a 4-star DB, Jordan Thomas had a block punt that set up the winning score. So again, man, Bergen Catholic went for two late and nailed it to stun East St. Louis. Good game.
Yeah, really good game in my opinion. I think, and this is why you go for two. Like, do you go for two to win the game? And I think that this was a fantastic win for Bergen Catholic. They really needed to prove themselves And East St. Louis, I thought they proved themselves as well. I think that they definitely have some upside to their team, but Bergen Catholic was just a step ahead of them, and I think the reason why they're ranked is because of big time wins like this. So I think Bergen Catholic still has a lot to learn, but especially since they were up. No, they were up 14-0 to start, and then St. Louis wound up running off 21 unanswered, and then Bergen Catholic needed to clutch up.
Oh man, what a game, right? So we got another one here, man. The IMG Academy, number 6 in the country, out of Florida, defeated Winslow Township out of New Jersey 35-14, and business as usual for the IMG Academy, right? So I'm gonna butcher his name. I'm sorry, man, but looks like Lekai Tompkins scored twice on the ground, and the class of 2028 quarterback Jaden Wade added 2 touchdowns. This wasn't really a contest. I just feel like, hey, IMG Academy does what the IMG Academy does, man. Number 6 in the country, shows why they're number 6.
Yeah, this one was kind of expected. I mean, this is IMG Academy we're talking about. They're not going to lose to Winslow Township and whatnot. So once they got off to that 21-0 lead, they were not looking back. So a great win for IMG Academy. I'll give the credit to Winslow Township. They pulled within 7, but that was as close as they got. So I just think this was a solid win. Maybe win a little bit more convincingly, but I guess the second half kind of showed more that they are the true real deal.
They are, and it's a great football team, man. So number 22, it was an Ohio versus Michigan battle last night, high school style. Number 22, Cass Tech out of Michigan defeated Central Catholic out of Ohio in the Northern Ohio area, 28-24. I believe they're somewhere near Canton or in Canton, but wild comeback, man. They trailing 27-7. Cass Tech stormed back with 21 unanswered points. Darren, quarterback Donald Tarbrun the second hit wide receiver Will Sykes Jr. for the last 2 touchdowns. What a victory, man. Cass Tech. Michigan wins this one, Taryn. How about that one?
Yeah, Cass Tech wound up. Yeah, that's a crazy comeback. That's kind of it's pretty much similar to a game that I actually might have seen a little bit earlier before I went to bed. But yeah, that's a great win for Cass Tech. Nice little comeback victory right there. Just goes to show that some of these rivalry games are just pretty much bring out the best in teams, and also shows a couple more things. Got to play the full 4 quarters, both halves. You can't afford to get shut out, and also you got to make your PATs. Kickers, I don't want to bash you, but you got to make those PATs. It's just essential in the game of football. Every point matters.
This is why kickers are paid so much in the NFL, because and if you start missing, you don't have a job no more. So hey, this was huge. Big stuff there, man. Kickers gotta kick, right? So it's important. Taryn, last week you and I talked about Texas football. We had our own little segment about Texas football, high school football, because oh my gosh, it's insane over there sometimes. You never know. Sometimes you think you know who the top dog is. Sometimes you don't. And Taryn, I don't know. We didn't. South Oak Cliff. We talked about this last week. We said they might be an upsetter with North Crowley. We did not know that they were going to be that role they played last year, knocked off DeSoto, Duncanville. I mean, again, so here we go. Is it South Oak Cliff's turn? These guys knocked off number 23 in the country, North Shore out of Houston, Texas. Upset alert, baby. Quarterback Jaden Williams threw 3 first-half touchdowns, and South Oak Cliff's ground game just closed it out, man. Taryn, South Oak Cliff starts this thing with a victory. I knew they wouldn't go 0-2 to start this thing off, and, well, there's win number 1 right there for these guys. They play some quality opponents, man. South Oak Cliff is no pushover, and, down goes number 23. How about that?
I think one of the reasons why North Shore might have lost is because they might have looked ahead. I think because you have to look at their next opponent following this game against South Oak Cliff. It was against North Crowley.
Yep,
Yeah,
North
it was actually
Crowley.
Crowley, but still, I think South Oak Cliff, being the home team, they wanted to put on for their fans, and they were able to do so. So I think that's a great win right there, especially against a great team like that. And the first half, they really established themselves, and they did not let up. So I think this was a very good win, in my opinion, especially since they built up quite the lead. They built up a 21-point lead. So I think the first half is what really established South Oak Cliff. So gotta give credit where credit's due.
Oh, that's for sure, man. This was a barn. Well, it wasn't a barn burner. This was a good game for South Oak Cliff. Hey, man, now it's not over. Season's not over, but still got them playoffs to fight for. But undefeated season for North Shore, at least at the moment, not this year. But South Oak Cliff, man, they guys look good. So let's see what they got moving forward. Teran, wow. Sierra Canyon, okay. Number 18 Sierra Canyon just destroys Oaks Christian 63-0. Absolute beatdown. Statement win for the Trailblazers, man. Sierra Canyon started off the season. It was a tune-up game, let's be real, but oh my gosh, yeah, way to just open the floodgates on these guys.
Well, I wouldn't call it a tune-up game. I would probably call it like Oaks Christian kind of coming back down to earth, because if you recall, Oaks Christian, they had themselves a pretty big win the previous week. They didn't. Oaks Christian, they lost to Chaminade. Chaminade beating Oaks Christian was kind of a stunner, and I don't think anyone expected that. So I think for Oaks Christian, this was kind of a hangover from last week's game against Chaminade. But it also goes to show that the Mission League is nothing to sneeze at. So I think that Sierra Canyon is definitely the real deal. They deserve to be nationally ranked. And, man, this Sierra Canyon team is looking good, because that's two quality opponents that they've taken down, even though I think Oaks Christian kind of took a step back from last year. But, yeah, 2 shutouts, and they've put up a grand total of 98 points on 2 of those teams. So I think that's pretty darn good, if you ask me. Let's see how they do against Punahou. I have a little bit of a longer week to prepare for them, and then they've got a short week against Downey, and then a shorter week against Orange Lutheran. So a lot of that all culminating up to Mission League play, where hopefully for the Trailblazers' sake, they can defend themselves against the likes of Sarah of Gardena and Loyola and so on and so forth.
Man, crazy stuff there, right? But you got, again, high school football did not. I didn't. Oaks Christian, that's right. I was going back and forth. I was like, did they win? But no, they lost to Chaminade. Right?
That was stunning right there. I don't think anyone had that on their bingo card.
Over there in the West Hills, man. So yeah, definitely a very good school in Chaminade there. But all right, Teran. Well, the next one here on the next one on the docket, number 24, Carrollton out of Georgia defeats Rome, Georgia. This one was actually very competitive, man. Carrollton stays hot. They're 3-0 now. Steady behind quarterback play and strong defense. But Rome was not playing around, man. Rome, this was like 28-21 game. Carrollton, state champs from last year, man. But these guys definitely got a good matchup against Rome.
Yeah, I like this competitive matchup right here. This was kind of a underrated matchup. It was a low-scoring affair in the first half, and then the switch got flipped in the second half. I don't know what occurred in the second half. I don't know what was said in said second half, but Carrollton really kind of turned it on. And again, this is one of those amazing battles that both teams had. And for Carrollton, they just established the lead, and they just never looked back on it. Even when Rome was able to tie it up with about 7 minutes to go, with about a little less than 7 minutes to go. So I thought Carrollton kind of, no, it was actually the other way around. It was Carrollton that was down. So yeah, Max Preps is like being weird on me. But Rome was actually up 21-7. Then Carrollton rounded off 21 unanswered points, and eventually Carrollton was able to pick up the win. So great come from behind win for Carrollton. And man, Rome is going to want this game back and then some. So just goes to show that Rome can actually battle with the best, but Carrollton is just nationally ranked.
No, it's true. Carrollton's a football. They're a good football team, man. But it's cool to see that. I like when you see the fluctuation. When you see the teams that are like, oh, they're human. They're still good, but they're human. All right, Darren. Well, there you have it, man. I guess we got one more we can talk about. Just kidding. St. John Bosco, Coach Negro's boys, man, 66-7 over Eastwood in Texas. Total domination by the Braves. This wasn't even a game. I feel terrible for Eastwood, but I'm very happy for St. John Bosco, man. Like I said, Coach Negro puts these guys out to play every single week. You love it, and again, he's such a big fan of him, even more now being, and I think this was a really good thing for him being on the challenge last year after football games on Sunday night, because you know what, man, I love it. I love because it shows his human side. He talks more football. He talks about his team and everything. But at the end of the day, man, it just goes to show you how what a good coach he is and how ready he gets his guys every week, man. So this was just a huge victory for them, and Braves start their season looking good.
Yeah. Between this week and last week, Bosco is just humming like a machine. They're just playing the role of the top 2 team in the nation. So gotta give it up for Bosco, and it felt good for them to be back at home and give a Texas team a little bit of home cooking. And what I also liked about this is that Bosco did not look ahead. They did not look ahead to St. Francis, which would have been a definite no-no right there, because that one's going to be a barn burner. They could have easily just looked ahead to St. Francis, but I liked how they took care of business against Eastwood. Now they can focus on St. Francis, and that is going to be a get your popcorn ready matchup. And it's going to be at Bosco, so man, that's going to be fun right there.
I'm excited for that, man. This is, again, just another great year, man. Just another great year we're getting ready for. But before we go any further, I wanted to talk about this really cool article on Max Preps really fast, man. I saw it. It was a cool one. It was written by, I believe, Decorian Moore. Decorian Moore. Sorry. It was written by Thomas Fry. And it was talking about, like, the actual true freshmen to watch right now in college, that were just top dogs in high school football last year. So really quick, man, Bryce Underwood, quarterback from Michigan, or quarterback at Michigan, dude is a beast. Really cool to see. I love how they do this, how they make these really neat articles. Man, I really do, because it goes to show you, like, we stay on track with these guys, right? We always do. We don't just let up. We want to walk them to the NFL. So really quick, I'm going to run through these guys real fast, man, as fast as I can, and then obviously do your deal, man. But yeah. So in Decoria Moore, they'll also have a shot to shine from first snap at Michigan and Oregon. But all right, Bear Brockmeyer, this guy right here, man, from right here in Marietta Valley, man.
Marietta Valley.
He's starting. He's the first ever true freshman. I did not know this, to start at BYU, which is pretty freaking cool, man. So yeah, first ever true freshman. The guy is awesome. BYU fans need to be fired up about this guy, man. I really like what he's got. He's a strong, tough guy. He has that Mangum kind of toughness. Remember that guy a couple years ago, Mangum? That guy was pretty
Dan Mangun, yeah.
He was a tough dude, man. But so we got guys like this guy that are there right now getting ready to play, man. We have, let's see, let me go back over here. So out of Marietta Valley, man, he was, like I said, first ever true freshman to start at BYU. So really excited for that, man. Also, we have Javon Boggs, wide receiver, Florida State. He comes from Coca High School in Florida. He's going to start immediately for the Seminoles, which is pretty cool, man. So during his senior year at Coca, he hauled in 99 receptions, 2,100 yards, 21 touchdowns. I mean, that's awesome. Jalen Cooper, wide receiver out of SMU. Steele out of, looks like Cibolo, Texas. I'm not sure, but this guy is going to be another monster, man. I mean, he caught 60 passes for 1,200 yards and 19 touchdowns in high school. Gideon Davis, running back out of Clemson, at Clemson. He is out of Liberty Christian High School in Lynchburg, Virginia. Amazing 2023 year, man. Over 5,000 yards and 80 touchdowns in the past season, actually over 2 seasons. So Michael Fasusi, left tackle out of Oklahoma, or in Oklahoma, Louisville, Texas, 6'6", 290-pound, big boy, man. This guy, I mean, it's really cool to see, even the lineman being talked about, but he's somebody to take a look at. Quentin Gibson, North Crowley last year, right? Fort Worth. This guy, man, wide receiver at Colorado now. He's very happy with he's going to be happy playing for Coach Prime. This is going to be huge for him. He actually led them to a state championship. He had 2,009 yards. Great stuff there. I mean, like there's so many of these guys. I had to skip ahead for some of them, but Elijah Griffith, out of defensive lineman out of Georgia, out of Savannah Christian, in Savannah, Georgia. You have Tanook Hines, wide receiver out of at USC, out of Duquesne in Houston, Texas. 4-star here, major upside to this guy. UCLA has got one. Jaden Hudson out of Pittsburgh High School, Pittsburgh, California. Led the Pirates to 2 state championships. This guy is going to be shining in Bruins colors. I mean, there are so many, like I said, man. Dejon Lee out of Mission Viejo, corner out of Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Another monster there. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of these guys. I'm just highlighting a few of them. Devin Sanchez, corner. He's at Ohio State out of North Shore. So again, these guys go places, y'all. These guys go places. Modern Days, Nasir White, linebacker. He's at Oregon. He will be playing this year. Another true freshman. Malik Washington, quarterback out of Maryland. He played he's at Maryland, but he state champions, man. Archbishop Spalding out of Severn, Maryland. So again, Teran, it's really cool to see some of these guys, some of these names at the next level already, and they're already to watch players. Julian Lewis, quarterback, Colorado, out of Carrollton, which is pretty cool. So he'll be at Colorado, and let's see here. He could see some playing time, so we'll see. But anyway, Teran, I mean, it's really cool, man. Any notables for you on this list, or any others you want to add?
No, not really. I think you touched upon quite a bit of them. I do want to make note of a freshman quarterback from high school that is making a big splash, and that's turning heads. That's according to SI.com, and that happens to be Thaddeus Bro. I think he's Thaddeus Bro II, and he's only 15 years old, and apparently his coach is the number 1 quarterback in the nation. So.
Wow.
He actually hails from Hamilton High School, which is in Los Angeles. Now, I will say Hamilton did get their bell rung by Sarah of Gardena, but that's kind of like baptism by fire right there. So I think I'm interested to see what this kid can do. I hope he'll be able to lead Hamilton to greater heights, just because he sounds like a really good quarterback right here. He's 6'4", and honestly, I think he has a lot of upside. Now, I also hope that he stays to his school. I think that'd be awesome if he stayed all 4 years at Hamilton, but we'll have to wait and see. I read this article. It's like, this kid looks pretty solid. I know it didn't show it against Sarah of Gardena, but there'll be better days ahead for this kid.
There will be. And that's awesome, dude. Hey, again, Teran always bringing the thunder, man. Great stuff there, good sir. But great article there written by Thomas Frey. Check it out, Max Preps, man. Great stuff there. Well, Teran, really quick before we are done completely with high school football for today, man, we do have one coming up today, as a matter of fact. And that's number 3, Bishop Gorman, taking on Kahuku. Saturday night in Hawaii, man. Kahuku. You know this team's known to upset a team or two, knocking off St. John Bosco a couple years back, and then almost beating Modern Day. Actually, they didn't almost beat them; they got killed. But poor team. But it's Modern Day. Regardless, wow, man. I mean, Kahuku, this is gonna be a big game, man. Does Bishop Gorman leave Hawaii with a nice victory, or do you think Kahuku starts their upsets with these guys, the number 3 team in the country?
Well, I'll go with Bishop Gorman just to be safe.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Just because Kahuku does have Modern Day on the docket later on. So Speaking of Mater Dei, you're probably wondering who did Mater Dei play and did they win? Well, Mater Dei unfortunately did not play just because their opponent unfortunately had to cancel their game due to complications. So I see Mater Dei has a bye following their game against Bishop Gorman. So I wonder if Mater Dei is going to be able to pick up a game following their game against Bishop Gorman. Otherwise, it's going to be just like last year, where Mater Dei is going to play 9 games because because of complications and because no one wants to schedule them. I mean, I'd want to see Mater Dei play Bishop Sycamore, if anything.
Poor Bishop Sycamore. Just kidding.
I'm sorry. I
just kidding.
Sycamore.
That was a good one, right? All right, guys. Well, here we go, man. That is that for high school football. The 3C2A kicks off yesterday. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I just played that. Gotta love some Austin Powers, regardless. Oh, and really fast, I don't think St. Francis Academy played anything yesterday either, or this week. So anyway, regardless, the number 4 team in the nation. Anyway, now we pivot over to the 3C2A. All right, Dan, let's talk a little high school. Let's talk a little California Junior College top 25 preseason poll, man. Okay, yesterday, yes, we had a football game. It was a good football game. Reedley kicking off against who was it? Reedley and Butte. It was not a good football game. Butte destroyed Reedley 38-7, but there you go. So kickoff is officially underway for these guys. But really quick, Teran, let's take a look at the favorites for this year. Okay, everyone is going to be kicking off today. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got RCC in the house, and San Mateo is getting back underway. Now San Antonio. So a couple of things. Number one, colleagues of San Mateo, CSM, defending 3C2A champs, the preseason number 1 poll. They won titles in 22 and 24, 3 state finals appearances. They dominated Mount Sac in last year's final, 43-11. A lot like when they destroyed RCC a couple of years, 52-55-0 or whatever it was. But thank God RCC got a lick back at them before Coach Kraft retired. So yeah, but the sent a school record 47 players to 4-year programs after last season, which is amazing. Meaning 2025 is a quote unquote reload year, man. So riding a 23 home game streak. Wow. Okay, number 2, Mount San Antonio. Their only loss was to San Mateo in that championship game last year. 3-time state champions under Coach Bob Jastrib. And they're looking to get back on top with experience and depth. Number 3, Riverside City, my alma mater. Let's go Tigers. Restore the war, baby. Always a power in the South. Strong defensive unit. And these guys will be opening against Long Beach. This is going to be a very early test because Long Beach has gotten much better over the years. Number 4, Modesto. They're consistent always in the north, and they return a lot of firepower. And then number 5, American River, ARC, up north as well in NorCal. These guys climb in the top 5 with strong momentum, and they host College of Sequoias in the opening matchup. So the rest of it, we got Butte that just won a game. They're number 6. They just defeated Reedley. Number 7, Golden West. They have a tough opener. Talking about and these guys are going to be right here in my neck of the woods. They play Mount San Jacinto College, so taking on Golden West will be a lot of fun. Fresno City, they'll be hosting Diablo Valley. And number 9, El Camino, will be taking on Santa Barbara in their home opener. They're going to host them. And then number 10, San Diego Mesa. They're going to open versus ELAC, the Huskies, out of East LA. So, other keys, rankings, Ventura, the number 11, they're solid, consistent playoff contenders. College of the Canyons, they're tied for 12th right now, but regardless, these guys they're awesome. They open against Southwestern. Fullerton, they took a knock the last couple of years, number 15, but they're a big riser. They're looking to bounce back from their 5-5 record last year. Long Beach, obviously, they get that huge test taking on Riverside. Again, though, the number 18, this still should be a pretty good football game. And then Pasadena College, the Lancers at number 21. Well, they were 11-0 last year, which is crazy, but still ranked outside the top 20. So lots of eyes are on these guys, whether they can actually prove themselves to be higher or are they fool's gold. And then San Francisco, City College of San Francisco, currently number 4. They got slapped badly last season. They looked terrible. They just won a championship a couple years back over RCC, actually, trying to climb back into relevance. But there you go. So anyway, good stuff, man. Really excited for that. We got some great football coming up, man. I'm ready for it. I don't know if there's any other notables I missed. I think there might. Modesto taking on Laney. That would be fun. And then obviously Mount Sac and Cerritos getting underway coming up as well. But regardless, good stuff, man. Some fun stuff. I do have a little bit more storylines, but I talked way too much. Teran, but maybe you gathered your thoughts by now for the 3C2A. But what are you thinking about all this coming into this season?
Well, I'm surprised San Francisco must have some good players if they're ranked in the preseason, because they were 3-7 last year. And Monterey Peninsula, we talk about teams that were 11-0 but weren't really deserving of too many rankings. Monterey Peninsula went 11-0, but they're not considered in the top 25. But who else is also considered in the top 25 is San Joaquin Delta, who went a whopping 0-11, which interesting. But yeah, I'm glad the 3C2A is back in terms of football, and I don't think there could be a better matchup when it comes to Riverside versus Long Beach. Those are two longtime rivals, and they are well coached. My only thing is that will the younger craft be able to take over for the older craft in terms of having that winning tradition, or will it just take some time?
I hope it's immediate. I got too accustomed to seeing RCC at the top. Like I said, I played for Coach Kraft in his very first year at Riverside, and it was bittersweet to see him go last year. But I mean, my gosh, it was immediate, man. When he got there, because everything changed. I mean, Teran, when I tell you that it was like a freaking military, I'm not kidding, dude. Like, we paid for everything we did. If someone left a weight on the ground, we ran. You know what I mean? Like, we ran. Teran, funny story. We ran for every pound that was found on the floor.
Oh.
So you can imagine the day after we just finished conditioning that our weight room coach, shout out to Coach Linz, walks out with a 45-pound plate and says, "Hey, guys, this was left on the floor today in the weight room."
Oh, boy.
Yeah. 45 more sprints. Was not fun. I'll tell you what.
I imagine the weather was pretty hot as well.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, exactly. But I'll tell you right now, we won, and we won lots of football games. So,
yes.
Just great, but great coaching, man. And with great coaching comes lots of accountability from us, and just so I'm just look, man, his boy is going to be great. I'm excited. I just want to see this team get it, man. I really do. I want to see this team get better and better and better and better. And hey, man, I mean, Tom Kraft wants to see his boy do great too, man. So that's nothing against Coach Kraft, man. He's the legend in Southern California in the 3C2A. But hey, we're all cheering for his boy now, for his son, and I really want to see him, take this team into what we know it'll always be, a strong football team, man. So I'm excited for it. I think RCC is going to have a good year. I don't know if they're going to be an immediate national contender or California contender. I want to see it, Teran, with everything in me. You know me, I'm always cheering for Riverside. I get a little bias every now and then here on the show because I want to see them win so bad. But dude, it's hard. It's a tough one. I want to see this team do good, but Long Beach is going to be a very quality opponent. When we played them back in my time, obviously they weren't so good, but Long Beach has turned a corner. Long Beach has turned a corner, and these guys they're playing good football, man. So again, I just hope that they're going to do good. But a game that I really want to zone in on just a little bit, man, or at least get your thoughts on it, man. These guys come from your neck of the woods, man. Golden West taking on Mount San Jacinto, which they're Mount San Jacinto, man. This team, they are a school that popped up out of nowhere, in the last couple of years. When I played, dude, they weren't even these guys weren't even in the division that can get you to the national championship. They were more of like the fun Division III league of the 3C2A. Like they were playing, it wasn't even that good, like these guys were just, if they would have ever played Riverside, like it would have been backward. It would have been so bad, but these guys have really found themselves, got a brand new, beautiful stadium that I pass on the way to work and on the way home every day. I mean, there's a lot there, but the Rustlers are also a team who have really turned a corner. What do you think, man? Are you excited for for this year and with Rustler football? Do you think Golden West is going to be doing what they've done? I mean, what do you think? This is a great game to start off with, but my gosh, it's a shame that one of these guys have to lose today. But what are your thoughts on this?
I think this is a good road test for Golden West. I think they're about to see what they're made of. I think they could definitely do some good things this season. I know last year they just narrowly missed out on the playoff, but honestly, I think that's going to motivate Golden West. They always seem to have some great raw talent from pretty much their neck of the woods and whatnot. So I think Golden West, you can expect to see a lot of greatness from them this year. And this is a big test to see where they're at in terms of their roster.
No, it's true. I want to see what's going on with these guys, man. I like them a lot. I think Golden West is a good football team. But again, today it's going to be a true test. I mean, my gosh, it's going to be a good one. So let's go. Let's see who wins this one, man. Eagles and Rustlers going head to head. Looking forward to that. I guess my last question for you for the 3C2A is, we talked about it before. I guess I got two questions for you then, because the first one is all about those monsters from San Mateo, man. Will they do it again?
I feel they can, but
yeah,
it's tough to. Well, I probably think they can. I think it's definitely doable. I don't think it's impossible, but I want to see what they can do to start off.
Well, they're a team that can definitely repeat. They're so damn strong, and if there's a team, I'll tell you right now, both JUCO divisions in college football right now have two teams at the top. I wish they could play each other. I really wish Hutchinson could play San Mateo, man. That'd be great, because these two are awesome. But I'll tell you, this is some good football right here that we're seeing. And I do feel that San Mateo is just powerful. I think they can do it. They have a great chance of doing it. But will they do it? And my second question for you is, where does San Diego Mesa go this year? They are so close every year. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. They always look like a team that can actually do something at some point in their season, and then something just falls apart for them. Do you think this could be the year where these guys actually get it together and make a nice, solid run for the playoffs, and maybe even find their way through the playoffs? What do you think?
It's going to be tough. I definitely think the talent is there. It's just that they got to run through the likes of Golden West, even though they beat them last year, Riverside, Mount Sac. Those are the two titans that's kind of standing in their way. So for San Diego Mesa, I think that the talent is obviously there, and I definitely think that the potential is there. I just think it's all a matter of just putting everything together and having the most complete season out there, just because your competition obviously is going to be pretty strong, if you ask me, but you got to beat the teams when it matters most.
No, you do. And as much as I want to see Mesa get better, because again, when we play them, I mean, obviously, back when I played, dude, it was Mount Sac on top. They were always great. They were the champs. Obviously, up north, you had Butte that was just dominating. San Mateo. I mean, I'm just saying, but down here, Riverside, we had just turned the corner to be that sneaky team now. But you had Mount Sac that was the champs. They just won the title in 2009, the year before. So you know what I mean? Like, Mount Sac was really the monster all those years ago. And now you got, San Diego Mesa wasn't, we were like that. We were like that Mount Sac right now. You know what I mean? Like, just good, but damn it, not good enough for that title. So anyway, man, it was like around that. But all right, well, let's go ahead and jump on over, man, to some NJCAA, man. So really quick, this one shouldn't be terribly long, but all right. So NJCAA football, these guys kicked off as well. We had a game last week, as a matter of fact. I guess we could talk about this really fast. But Dog City and Tyler, this was anything but a good game. We thought it was going to be, but Tyler ranked number 9. Man, these guys destroyed Dog City 27-7 in their home opener. Oh my gosh. It was nasty. Early struggles and momentum shifts. Dog City opened the game with a 3-and-out, giving Tyler a short field. Why? Tyler capitalized with a field goal, take 3-0 lead. Good job defense. But yeah, man. Dog City respected that, these guys, they respected each other. You could see that they were, not trying to go for it and everything like that early on in the game, but they responded in the first half. I mean, late in the first half, the 4th down conversion, quarterback Braxton Clark connected with Joshua Taylor, then hit David Ramos for an 11-yard touchdown to narrow the gap to 10-17. But the Apaches pulled away, man. Tyler, these guys, they answered just before the half. They went up 17-7 and then added a field goal in the third quarter. They just continued to build the lead. But the true turning point came in the fourth quarter when Tyler scored a pick 6, putting the Conks away, man. So really, Dog City just couldn't get it. I mean, the defense was solid. Anthony Madison led the way with 9 tackles, 2 for a loss, and an interception. His leadership was amazing. Tristan Graham recorded 7 tackles, anchoring the D-line. Amazing stuff there. On offense, Braxton Clark went 9 for 22, 98 yards. And, solid. He threw 2 interceptions, though, versus his 1 touchdown. And then Derek Shanks Jr. carried the ball 16 times for 66 yards. But, Dog City, they looked good. But, man, Tyler just went at it, man. These guys played good football. They got it done. And what do you do? Tyler came out and played. So, anyway, so your thoughts on that one real quick.
Yeah, I maybe should have I was foolish to pick Dodge City, unfortunately. But Tyler defended its home field nicely. And even though Dodge City was hanging around throughout most of the game, they just never had that point where they were able to take over, especially in the second half where they got shut out. So I think Tyler is well deserving of its top 10 rank. And I just think that Tyler proved to Dodge City that they're still them, and they defended their home turf, and they're not going anywhere.
No, that's for dang sure, man. So big stuff there. So let's go ahead and run down some of the rankings really fast. These won't be too long. Hutchinson, obviously, the defending champs, the unanimous number 1 in the NJCAA, and they have all 12 I think votes at number 1. So these guys are just insane. Balanced roster. They got a big offensive line, fast wide receivers. They come they come to win this year. They've really become the Alabama of JUCO, in the NJCAA. And Iowa Western, beneath them, they're always physical, especially up front. They're a front runner. They really are, but will they run into that brick wall again? Is the revenge tour coming for these guys? Northwestern, Mississippi, that is. SEC, Country Pipeline School, man. We know this team pumps out players of the SEC. They reload every year. They have physical defense. They're always in the playoff mix. Navarro, these guys are basically like, the last chance you. They have a lot of fame behind them, but the talent just, I don't know. Talent, it's there, it's not, it's weird. These guys are known for quarterback play, but who knows? They could be a dark horse this year. Snow out of Utah, man, already has a win on the board. They're a Utah powerhouse. Tough road trips coming up, but they are battle tested. Georgia Military, they dropped a spot despite winning, which is crazy, but always in the mix with disciplined, hard-nosed football. Garden City, Hutchinson's rival. So if they upset them, these guys later on this year, that's going to be playoff chaos. Tyler, obviously, they had a big jump after a solid week 1 win that we saw over Dog City. Copia Lincoln, they're quietly dangerous in Mississippi, but will they be a team that we're going to be looking at later on this year? Mississippi Gulf Coast, Kilgore, they're tied for 10th. Both are grinders who can really spoil playoff hopes for teams. And really, I think if there's other teams to watch, East Mississippi, the original last chance you, right? They received some votes, and Coffeyville, exactly. They're sneaky good as well. So, so what do you think about those teams, Teran? I mean, this year, I don't know. Is it another Hutchinson year? I mean, or do you think one of these teams are going to sneak up? I don't know. This is actually a hard one to answer.
I think one of those teams will sneak up. I think it's tough to really stay consistent throughout a long period of time, but don't be surprised if Hutchinson just continues its reign. Iowa Western is definitely a team to watch out for.
No, they are. They are. And it's just good football, man. You know, I mean, that's what we love. We love some good football, and let's see who does what this year. But yeah, so I don't know. I like Snow, man. I don't know why. Snow is so sneaky every year. Those Badgers are so close yet so far. And I don't know, man. I for some crazy reason, I feel like we're gonna see some snow this year. I don't
Yes.
know. I don't know, man. I something's pulling on me about these guys. They're a good football team. So let's see what happens. But overall, man, I just really feel that I don't know, the same thing. I really wish, but again, it would be impossible. But man, how cool would it be to just have the NJCAA consume the 3C2A as well?
Yeah, I think it would be rad if you ask me. I think it'd be great for all things junior college football.
Yeah, I guess sucks because it'll never work. There's too many colleges in California. That would suck. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be nice, but
and you have to fly teams out from all sorts of places.
Exactly. Like, I mean, there's seriously like 120 schools, I think, in Southern California, and then the rest of the country, I think there's 120 altogether for the NJCAA. So, I mean, like, there's just so many, but it would be cool to see it. It really would. I would love that. So, all right, Teran. Well, we're gonna just move it along, man, because I know we've spent a lot of time already on everything. So, let's keep it going. Talk a little bit of D3 football, man. So D3 actually kicks off this Thursday. Cool, right? So D3 football, here we go. Let's get on into it. The top 25 is basically just last year's top 25. North Central, they're returning national champs. They're undefeated powerhouse with a balance of offense and defense that are just absolutely elite. 24 first place votes, which is amazing. Mount Union, the Ohio juggernaut, the perennial playoff contender, only one loss last season, and that was to North Central. Strong program in Maryland for Johns Hopkins. Explosive offense led by extreme experienced quarterback and wide receiver corps there. Susquehanna, these guys, man, Patriot League leader, solid all-around team with experience. And then St. John's, Minnesota powerhouse, man, efficient offense and disciplined defense. I don't know, Teran. I mean, you got Hardin Simmons in there, Salisbury, Mary Hardin Baylor, which began to climb back up after they kind of nosedived a little bit. Wartburg, who's always in and around that playoff bracket, just never there, though, out of Iowa. Cortland, SUNY Cortland, they won it all a couple of years ago. They fell back a little bit last year. These crazy Wisconsin schools, man. You got La Crosse, Platteville, River Falls, Whitewater. Some of these teams, as we talked about last year, beat freaking Division II schools. I mean, insane. So I don't know, man. What are you looking for this year in D3?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what one team can actually do. I think what one team can actually do in terms of like breaking through. I think this year, I think it might be more wide open than ever. I mean, you obviously have your Mount Unions and whatnot, but I think this year, I feels like it's going to be a little bit more wide open this year, and I'm excited for it too.
Yeah, me too, man. I mean, there's some things that I think we can have fun with, like, for instance, like with North Central. So what to watch? So they're defending national champs, right? They're undefeated in 2024. They're a powerhouse on both sides of the ball. They got some experience at wide receiver and running back. They're all returning for the most part. Top defensive tackles and linebackers also returning. But the storyline is, can they maintain their perfect start to the season and set the tone for another playoff run? For Mount Union, well, why watch these guys? Because they're freaking great. This is a major Division III school, Ohio juggernaut. They have a lot of senior leadership this year on both sides of the ball. Very, very experienced team. And the storyline for these guys is, how will they respond after last season's one loss? And can they challenge North Central in a potential late season showdown? I mean, what do we see? Johns Hopkins, they also have some key returners coming back, but will they translate their high-powered offense into consistent wins this season? Susquehanna, can they dominate the league and or their league, and make a deep playoff run without stumbling in the early season tests? Because these guys got some dingers on the board. St. John's, first real test is a non-conference opponent. Will they show who they really are? Could this be a year they actually make a title run? So I don't know, man. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Division 3 kicks off again this coming Thursday. I am so excited for it, man. All right, Teran, pick us a champ. Go ahead.
Mount Union.
You think they'll do it?
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at you. You know what, man? That's not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. Okay. Mount Union can totally win this thing this year. Why are you going to give it to them?
I think that this year it's going to be I feel they have the key pieces to possibly take that next step when it truly matters. Now, there's going to be quite a bit of competition. You mentioned Johns Hopkins. I feel this is kind of their year to prove something. Like, I want to see what they could do, and I want to see them actually prove that they are actually for real. Like, they are indeed a top 3 team. So, like, Johns Hopkins, I think all eyes are on them, and it's just all a matter of not pooping the bed when it matters. But for Mount Union, I think that this is their time. I think they've got the key pieces in terms of their team, and I think they're going to translate it to wins when it matters most.
It makes a lot of sense. And honestly, okay, the reason why I would give Mount Union or would say that they can, obviously anybody can win it, but the reason why I would say, okay, there's a big chance for these guys. Obviously, I mean, they're in and around the Stag Bowl every year. But this year, the experience is what gets me. The depth is what gets me. These guys have a ton of returners. They have a lot of skill from last year that's returning. And it really, to me, that's going to outweigh a lot of it. North Central has some returners as well. They got a lot of firepower returning too. But I feel like, and I don't honestly know the number, but I will say, if Mount Union plays like how they did last year, especially later on, and they're able to be as strong as they were all year long, this team has one major shot at this, because again, that experience can outweigh so much, and we see this. I mean, this is a team they're so consistent. Now, some people have said North Central is like the new, right? I've heard that before. North Central is like they're the new Mount Union, if you will. But when it comes down to it, man, I don't know. Mount Union, I just feel like they're a good school. But I don't know, man. Personally, I think North Central is going to do it again, but it should be these two again.
Yes.
See, man, I think this should be good. Now, if somebody else gets in there, it would be awesome to see. Oh my gosh, imagine a St. John's or even Susquehanna or Johns Hopkins jumping in there. I mean, that would be so crazy. I mean, anybody can jump back in this top 10. So with that said, man, there you go. And that's it. So kickoff coming up on Thursday of this week. We'll be talking more about those games coming up. Division 2, man. Here we go. D2 football. So we'll go ahead and do this. The NAIA, take a quick break and then come back and hit the D1 FCS and FBS. But all right, Teran, well, D2 ranks. Here we go. Basically the same exact thing. There gets the preseason. The preseason is just the ending from last year. Ferris State, defending national champions, unanimous preseason number 1, right? They returned a veteran core that dominated the 2024 playoffs. They look to repeat as champions. They look good. Harding, they're the champs a couple years ago, right? With that crazy run thing that they got going on, that Georgia Tech veer triple option thing that they got going on. These guys, the GAC co-champions 2024, strong returning roster with a balance of offense and defense. Central Oklahoma, man, a team that really shocked a lot of people last year. The MIAA champion from 2024, known for their high-powered offense and disciplined defense. Minnesota State, the Mavericks, man, national semifinalists last season, solid returning experience on both sides of the ball, and cuts down the rounding out the top 5, defending PSAC champion excellent passing game, and veteran leadership at quarterback. So some other notable teams I mentioned: Grand Valley, consistently strong in the MIAA, always playoff contender. Colorado State Pueblo, CSU Pueblo, competitive in the RMAC, tough defensive schemes. These guys are a tough team. Western Colorado, a school that popped up a lot last year, high scoring offense, ranked high in the RMAC preseason. Slippery Rock, we talked about these guys already. Great program, looking to return to top form. In Pittsburgh State, of course, traditional powerhouse in the MIAA. Other schools to take a mention at: Western Florida. They are West Florida, a team that I guess have so many positive things to say about. The Argos, man. Valdosta State, obviously. California University in Pennsylvania. Ashland as well. I mean, I don't know. So what do you think, Teran, this year in Division II football? Who do you like? I mean, we're just getting underway. We actually did we have a game the other day? We did. But before we get into any of those, man, what do you think?
Yeah, this one's a little tough to really pick a clear-cut winner in terms of like who's the favorite right now. For now, I want to see a little more. I think this season, just like Division III and the NJCAA, I think it's wide open. I'm sorry, not Division III, NJCAA. I think Division II is just as wide open as the NJCAA. I think there's a lot of good teams. I think that it's just a little. It's early to say who's the favorite. But honestly, I think it's just going to be a fun little season. I think this year is going to be fun, and I want to see what a lot of these teams can do, because there's a lot of great teams like Grand Valley. I want to see what they can do since they're in the top 10, just to name one. So I think that they're going to be a fun team, and there's going to be a lot of fun teams to watch for this season.
Grand Valley, man, another great school you bring up there, man. Giants of Michigan. I mean, I'm telling you, Ferris State, though, obviously that rivalry, remember a couple of years ago, I mean, those teams go back and forth. This is just going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what Central Oklahoma is going to do. Teran, we didn't even know that was a school. Yep. Last year, they started winning football games. We were like, hey, who is this on our radar? Like, Central Oklahoma, man, I really want to see what they can do, man. Was that like the 1 year, like one and done kind of thing? You know, I mean, what are we really going to get? Minnesota State, the Mavericks. I mean, right now we're going to go over some games.
Michigan Tech's pretty good too. They beat Bemidji State.
Yes, they did. And freaking, how about those guys, right? Again, D2, very open as well. A lot of fun. I really, really enjoy all of this back and forth within this division of football. So yeah, man, D2, great stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on in here to a little bit of what just happened recently, as a matter of fact, because D2 has kicked off and we got some games today as well. But I'm just gonna kind of flow towards some of this real fast, that we can get in and get out. But number one, Ferris State, I mean, they just defeated Pittsburgh State 34-17. So defending champions, they opened the season with a convincing win. Ferris State's offense was balanced. They looked great. Yeah. They looked strong. They came out and did this thing. Pittsburgh State managed to keep it close early, but couldn't contain Ferris State's nasty scoring drives. And there you go. Number 4, Minnesota State, the Mavericks defeated Northwest Missouri. The Bearcats, the national semifinalists from last year, they look strong. They look great on defense. And they just destroyed all opportunities that Northwest Missouri had. So big stuff here. Minnesota State dominated the line of scrimmage and produced multiple turnovers. We had number 7, CSU Pueblo, defeated South Dakota Mines. I mean, just wow. Great stuff here. The defense was relentless. They forced turnovers and shutting down the Mines. Offense here, they look good. Offensive clicked all cylinders all game long. Number 8, Western Colorado, defeated West Texas A&M 45-28. They look good with a win over a ranked opponent, man. As a ranked opponent, they looked good with a nice victory there. Overall, solid game for these guys. West Texas A&M stayed in striking distance, but couldn't match Western Colorado's scoring pace, really. As you've seen earlier, Pittsburgh State took that loss to number 1, but if you're number 10 in the country and you lose to number 1, I mean, yeah, you're going to go down.
No shame in that.
No shame in that. Number 12, Angelo State, man, out of Texas. They defeated Fort Hays 28-7. Angelo State controlled the game throughout, man. Defensive dominance kept Fort Hays to top-ranked offense in check, which is crazy. Number 15, Indianapolis. They defeated Marion, which is an NAIA school. Obviously, NAIA and D2 are comparable to each other, so they do have games where they interplay. But right, quarterback efficiency and rushing attack were just keys to victory there, man. And number 9, MD State, talked about them right now. They lost to Michigan Tech, as we talked about right now. So if MD State would fall on the road to this unranked Michigan Tech team, that is. Early turnovers contributed to the loss, and the team struggled to sustain drives. And then we have here, obviously, we talked about Fort Hays already. Number 22, Charleston, man, defeated Livingstone 39-10. Charleston just dominated from start to finish. Offense was efficient, and the defense forced multiple turnovers. And then number 24, Central Missouri, man, defeated Delta State 23. Actually, they lost. I'm sorry. They lost to Delta State 31-23. So Delta State getting one of those USF Boise State kind of games, man, except for not in the blowout. But Central Missouri lost a close contest to Delta State, and the game was competitive, but Delta State's last drive, their late drive sealed the victory there. So what do you think about any of those games, man?
Yeah, quite a bit of notable results for it right here. I'm interested to see what Minnesota State could do. I like their score against Northwest Missouri, even though it was kind of to be expected. Charleston was pretty darn strong against Livingstone. And then, as I mentioned, Michigan Tech, probably the big upset of the day with the win over Bemidji State. So great stuff right there.
Yeah, man, I like that a lot. I feel this was a great game. Very, very fun game. Very fun stuff this past week, really, man. But yeah, I think I don't know. Who was your biggest shocker?
I think that the Bemidji State losing thing was the big shocker.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Tech.
You know what, though? Good for those guys. I mean, watch Michigan Tech become a team that we're talking about more often.
Yes.
You know who really surprises me, man? The team that really, really surprises me more than anybody, man. And these guys just fell from grace. Colorado School of Mines.
Oh yeah,
dude, they're not even
falling off the map.
Like, do you see them anywhere? Like, I'm like actively looking for them right now. Like, I can't even find these guys anywhere. Like, they're not even like getting votes. They're not. Or I mean, I wish we had the full rankings, but like, dude, I wonder how far back they fell. Like, they really fell off. Like, I honestly do not see this team. And it sucks because they were, I mean, didn't they go to like 3 straight championships or something like that? Or like 2 at least?
Yeah, something like that.
These guys were freaking solid, man. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, obviously you see the tides turn and everything, but damn.
It happens sometimes.
It does. I mean, it does, I mean, look at you, Miami. Just kidding.
Yeah.
We had to get a Miami hit in there somewhere, Teran, today. Obviously, man. But yeah. So anyway, okay. Well, I'm done looking for these guys. The search party is out. Is coming back home. Because I just do not see them anywhere, and it's just wow. I was not expecting that. I thought they'd be somewhere around, but it's true. The last year they had a hideous season. They weren't. These guys have really kind of nosedived, and it sucks because being such a where are they? The ore diggers, right? The ore diggers.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's a rough go there for these guys. But all right, guys. Let's go ahead and switch it on over now to the NAIA. We already talked about D2, so like I said, they're comparable. Unless you had anything else to add for D2, but here we go. Let's take a look here at the NAIA. Grandview, obviously, they're still there. The defending NAIA champions, the Vikings, are led by quarterback Jackson Waring, who threw for 2,500 yards last year and 25 touchdowns. So their strengths, they got a mean offense. They got an elite quarterback. They got great rushing. They're a dual threat. They got a lot of stuff, man. So this team right now, they're really, really good. Kaiser. Obviously, the Seahawks that lost this past year, they aimed for a 4th straight trip to the NAIA championship. Quarterback Shea Spencer threw for 3,000 plus yards, 30 touchdowns last year. Wide receiver Mauricio Porcha had 681 yards and 8 touchdowns. So this is huge. They have a road trip against number 6 Indiana Wesleyan, actually, which would be their first big test of the season. Morningside, oh my goodness. Remember these guys returning 15 starters this year. This is going to be awesome. They're playing number 4 Benedictine, by the way, coming up. So this is not going to be so easy. That's a very hard game right out of the gate there. So 15 starters, like I said, are returning. They include 6 defensive starters responsible for 23 turnovers last season. Quarterback Zach, let's see, how do I say his name? Chevalier, I believe. Yeah, threw 4,600 yards and 45 touchdowns, man. So amazing stuff there. Wide receiver Drew Sellen and Lennox Brown accounted for 200 receptions and 27 yards combined. So the Mustangs travel, though, to tough a FaZe Benedictine defense in a top 5 clash. So that's going to be crazy. That's 3 versus 4 right out of the gate. That's amazing. So anyway, man, Montana Western surprised us last year. They got quarterback Michael Palandri coming back. A dual threat quarterback, man, returns 34 passing touchdowns, 9 receptions last year. Montana Western is actually favored in the Frontier West and returns 11 starters across offense and defense. So Indiana Wesleyan, we talked about these guys already. They're going to host number 2 Kaiser in a challenging opener. Running back Ryan Whitwell rushed for 1,100 yards plus last year. Wide receiver Isaac Smith tallied for 86 receptions and 1,100 yards. So, I mean, that's crazy. Quarterback Arjun Loth, I believe, starts after a backup season in 2024. So, yeah, man. So we got a lot of good stuff here looking forward to. I got a few more stuff to, I guess to add to this, maybe not. But what do you think, Teran? I mean, we're getting ready. We're on the cusp. We just started the NAIA season, nothing major, but we got some big games up on the docket. And, well, I think the big one is going to be Kaiser 2 versus 6 and 3 versus 4, man. So what do you think about those? Let's go with the first one first. So number 2 Kaiser taking on number 6 Indiana Wesleyan. How do you feel about that one?
That's going to be a barn burner. That's going to be a great top 10 matchup, and it's going to really test Kaiser on the road against a very talented Indiana Wesleyan team. So I'm excited for that one, and I'm expecting a 1-score game.
Oh, yeah. There's no way this one isn't. Like, this has to be like an amazing game. Like, this is going to be fun, man. I feel like right now, I don't know. Grandview, obviously, tippy top of the team right now. They're actually not playing a game this week. Bummer. I wish they were. But yeah, man, I feel like this game right here out of the gate is going to be a lot of fun. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to take Kaiser.
Yeah, that sounds like the safe choice.
They're good. They're strong. They have a very good game. I mean, a very good team to put together there. So, wish we would have watched these dang games, man. It'd be nice. It would be nice. So, okay, let me see here. Let me go ahead and get through this one here. Okay, and then of course, Benedictine Morningside 3 versus 4. Who you got and why?
So you said Morningside returns 15 starters?
15 starters.
God.
I know, right? Like, these fools just reloaded. I mean, sorry, they kept everybody. They're like, yeah, what's up, homie? Like,
I'd say this one could be a shootout, but Morningside with their defense probably is going to be just as good. I'm going to say Morningside just to be safe.
It's a safe pick. I mean, they're both safe. I don't know. I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to find out where we can watch this game, man, because there
is a live video on the website.
Is there?
Yeah, just go down below to the ticker where it says Morningside at Benedictine, and then it says audio, and then video, and then live stats, tickets, preview.
Okay, I really hope we get to watch this one.
Yeah, go to NAI stats, NAI.com, go to football, and then go to watch live, and then you'll see the scoreboard, and then go down to the game, and then it'll say video.
Well, there you go, guys. You heard it here. Teran Rodriguez, man, just doing it all here, man. Appreciate you, good sir. That was oh my gosh.
Out here saving NAI lives.
Hey, all day, man. That was fun. That was okay. Well, I really hope, man. My gosh, I hope watch us click on it and there'll be a paywall or something. Just kidding. No, but that'll be good, man. Okay. I'm gonna go. Oh, this is so damn hard. I'm gonna go Kaiser versus Indiana Wesleyan, even though I know it's going to be a close one. But to me, if I got to pick out of these two games, the harder game to pick to me is that's 3 versus 4. That's Morningside.
Yeah.
I mean, Wesleyan is a good school. They've done a lot, but yeah, if I got to say the harder game to pick, man, yeah, Benedictine. Oh my gosh. Okay. As hard as this one is, because Benedictine, man, we've seen this team do some crazy stuff over the last over years, man. So as much as I like Benedictine, the Ravens, I love the Ravens. I will tell you this. Morningside, to me, it's what you said. It's the 15 starters that does it for me. Because these guys have a lot of talent there. I mean, again, these guys, I mean, don't get me wrong, Benedictine, these guys have some, and they also got guys like Jackson Dooley, quarterback Jackson Dooley. He threw for 4,100 yards and 41 touchdowns. Xavier Ugwargi, I believe, ran for 705 yards last year, 8 touchdowns. I mean, this is going to be really hard, but I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go Morningside. Screw it. I'm going to pick Morningside. I'm just going to pick somebody so I'm not sitting here looking like an idiot. But, oh, my gosh, this is not easy to pick. So, all right. So, okay, I'm going Kaiser and Morningside. Teran?
I will take Kaiser and Morningside as well. Both one-score games.
But, oh, yes. And we're talking like super-duper crazy one-score games because this is just hard to pick, man. Oh, my gosh, this is hard. So, all right, Darren. Well, we're going to take ourselves a quick break, man. We come back, and we're already an hour and 45 in, so we're going to take ourselves a quick break. We come back, we'll talk a little bit of FCS. NFL's coming. I guess we'll talk a tad bit preview of that, but we'll get into
this week is the week 1.
This is it, man. So let's do it. Let's take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we'll just speed through the rest and do it all, man. You are watching 3 and Out right here on iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports. We'll be right back with plenty more after this.
For the last 10 years, iSports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at iSports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iSportsRadio.com. At iSportsRadio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at iSports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making iSports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
Everybody, this is Teran Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunder Spikes? Then I have the show for you, Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Welcome back to 3 and Out right here on iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. If you want to see this man over here talk more volleyball than you ever thought existed, you're going to want to tune in on Monday night. This guy gets it done. I'll tell you right now, the women's volleyball season kicked off. What do you call it, Teran? It's not a kickoff. I mean, I don't know what you want to call it, but
served up.
We'll take that. We'll take that because, man, let me just go ahead and throw a little bit out there. Obviously I follow everything, but I will tell you, we've seen some great stuff. I mean, my gosh, Teran's going to be talking all about it. We got Texas and Creighton, number 5 Longhorns, open their season with a 3-0 sweep over number 12 Creighton. Marquette and Hawaii. Fun stuff there. Dramatic 3-2 victory there for Marquette. Arizona, Alabama State, even getting going here. Got some fun stuff here in some women's volleyball. How'd I do, Teran? How'd I do?
Which matchup? Arizona, Alabama State.
Yeah, believe it or not, Arizona, Alabama State. You have Marquette securing a dramatic 3-2.
Yeah, that Marquette with the backdoor sweep against Hawaii. That was big because everyone was probably asleep at that time.
Hey, man, you got right. Texas and Creighton, crazy, right? I mean,
yeah,
the Longhorns.
Texas sweeping Creighton was not surprising. So just because Texas returns most of its team, and that was a revenge game from last year's Sweet 16 when Creighton beat Texas in 4. So I'm not too surprised Texas got their lick back.
Looking good. And of course, coming up, man, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, today and tomorrow, we got Texas, Wisconsin going head to head. Number 5, Texas taking on number 8, Wisconsin. We have Seton Hall continuing with their trio of matches in Nashville coming up. And of course, Northern Iowa, the Panthers taking on South Dakota State as well in Cedar Falls. So lots of good volleyball coming up, right, Teran?
Yeah, and I'm going to be at Long Beach State for Stanford's match against Oregon State tonight, and then Monday I'm probably going to be at Long Beach State again for Long Beach State's match against UCLA. It's going to be the Bruins season opener, so we'll see when I do set point.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, man, because Teran, like I said, brings it all the time, man. So if you guys want more football, this guy right here brings it to you nice, served up on a silver platter. So here it is, man. All right, Teran, well, let's go ahead and roll through the rest of this, man. FCS football before we get kicked off for the day. We're going to go a little bit over into it, but whatever. Thank you guys for tuning in. Over 300 some of you today tuning in for this one, so we appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you so much. We knew people love the lower divisions, and let's get into the higher divisions. I mean, slightly lower now in the FCS, but all right, Teran, we'll make it short and sweet. St. Thomas in Linwood. These guys go on Thursday night, man. Minnesota team here, St. Thomas, in their first division game or Division 1 FCS game here. The Tommies, Teran, they're called the Tommies. You have the Johnnies, the Tommies. You gotta love it, right? They secure a 35-13 victory over Lindenwood. Good stuff. This is marked their inaugural win over a D1 scholarship program. So pretty cool, signaling a strong start to their reclassified journey. We have West Georgia, a Division 2 team, knocking off a FCS school 34-3. It wasn't even close. Samford, what are you doing? Division 2 smacked you around like this. I mean, yeah. So anyway, 34-3 win there. Tarleton State, we talked about that earlier, man. FCS knocking off an FBS school 30-27 in double overtime. Super fun game. They exit those guys out, man. 30-27, man. Great stuff there. Then on Friday night, Illinois and Western Illinois, these guys went at it, man. Obviously, it was a beat-down tune-up game there, 52-3. Illinois just showcased their strength and, did their thing, man. Beat them down. What do you do? Luke Altmaier led the game with like 1 million yards. 217 yards of passing. And Hank Beatty made history, returning a punt for a touchdown. The first for Illinois since 2013. So pretty cool. Rhode Island defeated Campbell. Cool. Rhode Island secured a 31-20 win over Campbell, starting their season on a positive note. McKendree taking on Indiana State. Indiana State won that one 41-24. Indiana State triumphed over McKendree's with a 41-24 victory. Obviously, quarterback Elijah Owens threw for 250 yards, leading the Sycamores to a strong opener there in Indiana. We have Bowling Green taking on Lafayette. Bowling Green getting a victory here, 26-7, marking a solid victory there. They're an FBS program, so poor Lafayette. But and then, of course, Tarleton State, we talked about that already. So, all right, Teran, well, there you go. A little bit of a roundup for the FCS schools. Have anything to add for these guys?
Nothing too big. I mean, we had the Tarleton State win. The Tarleton State one was just overly impressive.
How about
just
that?
Absolutely amazing. And sometimes some of these, I'm ready for this week, but I think some of the reason why some of these FCS schools play the FBS is because I think they get paid by the schools, the opposing schools that they face.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like college basketball where Power 4 school agrees to play non-Power 4 school in a buy-in game pretty much.
So everybody, really quick, what Teran's talking about here is what we call, it's like a tune-up game. That's what these things are. So, okay, basically this is how it works, okay? And I don't have all the info and details, but this is typically how it works, okay? So a tune-up game, what is it? Why does some school, for some of you who are newer to college football, some of you are going, why are these schools these scores so lopsided when they play certain teams? How come not all the teams are the same? Because the divisions, because of course the money. When it comes down to it for these bigger schools. And it happens, right? This is why, schools like UNLV stay down because they hire coaches like the UNLV coach from last year, which would have been great to see UNLV get better, but screw it. He left and now Purdue's going to get better. And see what I mean? It sucks. But regardless, this is what it looks like. All right. So basically a tune-up game. So what is this? This is where they play a bigger school will tell a little school or an FCS school or smaller school, hey, so we'll pay you like a ton of money and then we're just going to like beat the crap out of you, but you're going to get money out of it for your athletic program and stuff like that. But hey, and they'll throw that cute little, but there's always a chance to beat us. And here's the thing. We all remember Appalachia State in 2017 and again 2017. But regardless, we all remember that. For sure, the 07 one. I can't remember if they did it again. But what I know is you do get a chance to beat these bigger schools. Okay? It's there. Okay. Is it always going to happen? No. Is it more than likely going to look ugly? And yes. But do you get to fight? It's like a really glorified lopsided scrimmage where if the little school shows up to fight, it'll be headlines. But if a big school just destroys a little school, the big school gets what they want because they can run their trick plays and they can see their offense. They can see their second, third screen because there is no preseason for these guys. So coaches, and they can't really scrimmage too many teams. So,
right.
You know what I mean? So it's a tune-up game. And I don't know. So anyway, Teran, what do you, we call it cupcakes because sometimes, okay, look, tune-up games are, okay, there's a place for them. I get it. There is no preseason. But remember that one year Alabama played like freaking 3 cupcakes? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Like Mercer and I don't know.
The Citadel.
Like Citadel. Come on, man. Like, really? And those are really, you got 3 of your wins from freaking FCS schools. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Okay, they could back it up that year. But what I'm saying is like, come on, bro. Like, play some quality. Like, okay, I get it. Like, okay, you have a tune-up game. Cool. But you have 3 freaking tune-up games. Okay, well, we won the national championship that year. Okay, but if you would have played 3 ranked or pretty damn good schools, would you have won that championship that year? Maybe you would have, and you would have been more respected, but maybe you wouldn't have. You know what I mean? Like, it happens. It happens. Maybe they would have lost one of those games. I don't know, but what I'm saying is I hate that. I'll take tune-up games for the most part, but I don't know. So that right there, guys, that's what they do. They pay. And then, Teran, you brought the basketball thing, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, that works pretty much the same, right? Or no?
Yeah, and if a non-Power 5 school or non-Power 4 school beats a Power 4 school in a buy-in game, then that is the epitome of brutality.
That's for sure. So, there you have it. But yeah, Teran, so there it is. What do you do? I just, it's one of those deals there, I guess. But okay, so anyway, FCS football, man, there it is. We got some good stuff there. I just, wish there was more, but whatever. Okay, so with that, we also have from this past week. Let's see. I do know there was a couple other notables we talked about, and I just wish I could find them, but I don't know where they went. Darn it, I had a good one lined up too. I was actually going to talk about San Diego. But yeah, no, I lost my notes. Regardless, though, San Diego, actually, I don't know where they went. Okay, whatever. No USD today. No, what are they, Teran? Toreros?
Toreros, yeah. Wait, I found them. They play Cal Poly tonight.
Oh, okay. Now that should be a good football game. I like that.
Yeah, but this is always a great rivalry between these two schools.
Fun fact, Coach, homeboy, your coach, Harbaugh, coached that. Didn't he?
Yeah,
coach
Jim
the
Harbaugh did coach at San Diego. That was one of his
cool.
stops in college football, along with Stanford and whatnot.
Which is pretty cool. So excited for that. So, all right, man. Well, with that said, yeah, San Diego State playing a Division II school, Stony Brook. You talked about that earlier. Why? You can't just play a freaking FCS school? You got to play a Division II school, guys? Freaking serious?
At least play San Diego and make it exciting for San Diego fans.
Yeah, thank you. What the hell's your problem, Aztecs?
They did so like a little while back. I think it was like maybe 8 or so years ago.
Where they did that?
Yeah, and then that was when San Diego State was at its prime. That's when they were like at its peak. They were running the Mountain West Conference. They were even ranked, and then they played them, and then there was just a beat down. And now San Diego State's kind of gone the other direction.
Yeah, San Diego State these guys are having some hard times, but yeah. So you already talked about some of these, man. You already brought up earlier North Carolina Central, or taking on Southern 31-14 there for North Carolina Central. UNLV defeating Idaho State. You talked about that being a close one, and it was 38-31. So yeah, I mean, good games there. Houston actually just destroyed SF Austin. Cool, number 23 in the country for FCS, and then there actually is a good. Let's see. No. Never mind. That wasn't it. So number 7, Montana, and number 13, Villanova. Actually, they're not playing this week either. So there you go. So, all right, Teran. Well, let's just go ahead and turn it up a notch because FCS and FBS kind of just run together. So,
there was a great game last week between two FCS powerhouses, Mercer and UC Davis. And that's the great news. The bad news is that the game, there was like a storm at that game, and then eventually got canceled, and then it was just null and voided, and every stat was basically gonzo. So that's such a sour ending to a great game between Davis and Mercer. So,
man, that sucks. Yeah, it was halted due to weather. I totally forgot about that, man. Yeah, freshman quarterback Caden Pinnock was doing really well in that game, wasn't he? He had he was 13 for 24 or something like that, 141 yards. They looked pretty good. They actually looked pretty good. The Bears, the Mercer was mounting a comeback. They had just brought it back to 23-17, right? They were right there.
There was 7:46 to go in the fourth quarter. So the fourth quarter was halfway done, and then it was declared no contest after a long weather delay.
That sucks, man. I know that kid, Atavius Eisen, I believe, had a notable 69-yard run in that game, and quarterback DJ Smith also added a 1-yard touchdown. They energized the hell out of this team, out of everybody before the stupid end. But yeah, that's right. There was some kind of there was a storm, like you said, right? It just goddamn storm. Seriously, really. Yeah, it sucks, man.
Mother Nature works in different ways.
That sucks. Well, I know Mercer is playing Presbyterian, and UC Davis is going to be. I don't know where they're going to be.
Utah Tech. They're at Utah Tech.
Oh, there we go. Well, Utah Tech, man. What a bummer, though. That sucks.
At least they don't have to deal with storms. It's going to be 91 at St. George.
Oh man. Well, good, but man, that sucks.
They're going to get cooked though. But it's a 7 p.m. start time. Hopefully, it'll be below 91 by the time kickoff starts.
Man, that's a bummer. That sucks. And it was because I think Mercer's what are they ranked again?
I think they were 11th and Davis was like 7th.
Yeah, it was somewhere right around there. But regardless, gosh, dang it, man. You hate to see that crap happen, especially. But alrighty, well, there's that. And then Taryn, we'll just get into the big boys, I guess. So FBS football, man. Alrighty, well, here we go.
I'm sorry, Davis was ranked 8th and Mercer was 11th. So I was close when I said Davis was 7th, but
close enough.
One spot on. So sorry.
Close enough. No, you're good. You're good. Man, it sucks. Sucks that had to happen. Damn weather. But regardless, good stuff there. Thank you, Taryn, for pouring that in, for dropping that over and bringing that up. Because, yeah, that's right. I totally forgot there was a ding hole to that game. But, all right. So, next up, not our last stop of the day, but, pretty close. All right, the FBS. Obviously, we already talked about Boise State losing terribly to South Florida. But, Illinois winning big there, or Central Michigan and San Jose State. This is the game. Central Michigan ended a 10-game road losing streak with a narrow win over San Jose State. The Chippewas capitalized on early turnovers in a strong rushing game, while the Spartans missed 2 field goals in the final minutes, including a 56-yarder as time expired. What the crap?
Yeah.
How about that?
That was nuts. That was insane, if you ask me.
Yeah, what are you doing? Like, really? Like, San Jose State, I don't know. That was that's painful. That's painful.
I don't know if they'll beat Stanford, honestly.
That sucks, too, because, I don't know, Stanford, that's painful. I don't know what you say to that. I really don't know. Whatever. But, yeah. So, obviously, there's that. Yesterday, like I said, Army gets fallen to Carleton State. Again, FBS and FCS kind of fluctuate sometimes. Wake Forest, I'm surprised at you. Kennesaw State almost had them, man. It was a 10-9 game. Pretty good game here. Defensive battle. Wake Forest eggs out Kennesaw State by a single point. Yes, they're FBS, but they're a very low FBS because they were recently just an FCS school. Both teams showcase strong defense, but Wake Forest managed to secure the win with a late game field goal. What does it say about Wake Forest to you?
They're probably the lower teams in the ACC. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Hank Bachmeier is still on that team, but if he is not starting quarterback, they might want to start him at quarterback. Yeah.
Something needs to happen because Wake Forest, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, I mean, really, again, this is no knock on Kennesaw at all. But what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You were just a really good school. Like, at least decent. Like, what are we doing? Like, wow. FIU defeats Bethune-Cookman. Obviously, Bethune-Cookman, I think they're now an FBS school. But FIU dominated Bethune-Cookman. The powerhouse offense performance, leading a defensive victory. The Panthers' offense was efficient, while their defense stifled Bethune-Cookman's efforts throughout the game. So, solid stuff there. But yeah, Taryn, I mean, I don't know. I just... Anything for last week that was notable to you in FBS?
Nothing too notable. I'm looking at Wake Forest roster right now to see if Hank Bachmeier is still on that team. Robbie Ashford, Billy Johnson, Elijah. No, he's not on the roster. Okay, never mind. It would be great if Hank Bachmeier was still on that roster, but it is not to be.
He's like Bachmeier. But all right, Taryn. Well,
yes,
I guess
he is Bear's older brother.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Out of Marietta. That is so cool. So, all right, Taryn, here we go. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
It's the big boys. All right. Well, we gotta do it now. I know 2 hours in. It's all right. I don't give a crap. 2 hours in. We're doing it. Let's pick some games. Not all of them, but some of them. The elephant in the room. Number 1 Texas versus number 3 Ohio State. Arch Manning. Strong, stuff here. I mean, we're not really picking, but what do you think? Texas, Ohio State.
You know
going down today. Arch Manning era. Ohio State still looking strong. National champion or defending champions. Disrespected. They're not number one. Texas, first time they've ever been number one in the preseason. What do you got?
You know what? Screw it. I'll take Texas to win. Yeah, I think Ohio State is good, and they're going to do great things this year. But honestly, I don't trust Ohio State in this game. I think even though the Buckeyes are at home, I got to take Texas with this one. Texas will be starting Julian Sayin, a sophomore quarterback out of Carlsbad. So he's going to get the start for Ohio State. That being said, I like Arch Manning. I think this is his moment to shine. And
Yeah.
I'm seeing this right on my screen right now. Yeah, I think Texas will win this one in a close one. Didn't Ohio State beat Texas last year in the semifinals? Because
Yes, they did.
this is kind of a get-back game for Texas. Because I remember Notre Dame lost to it was Notre Dame, Ohio State in the championship, and then Notre Dame beat Penn State, and then Ohio State beat Texas in the semifinals. So this is a revenge game for Texas. And honestly, let's see what they can do.
I'm with it. I'm going for it, man. I'm going Texas to win this thing 35-21, dude.
And man, they could not have picked a better game for Ohio State to start off with. I love seeing this, and this is what I think. This should have been the first college football game entirely. I mean, yeah, maybe they shouldn't have it in like Dublin, Ireland, but why not have this in like week 0 and whatnot? But that's why it's week 0 and not like week 1 and whatnot.
No, I totally agree. This is going to be fun. We have some good stuff here, and definitely a game to watch. Of course, this is, like I said, this is the big one. This is the big monster this week. Looking forward to it. All right, Teran. Well, after that, we do have some more fun ones coming up today. Number 9, LSU at number 4, Clemson. Take a stab at it.
Oh, this one's so easy. Give me Clemson. You got to remember that Coach Kelly sucks in terms of season openers at LSU, or Brian Kelly. Yeah, Brian Kelly is horrible in season openers, not just with LSU, but with Notre Dame as well. So this is an easy money pick. Give me Clemson. I'll buy it, whatever they want.
I'm with you, bro. Oh, we got some chats here in the what's going on, guys. Hey, Marcus loves great. Salute to you, brother. How you doing, man? Go Texas. Can't stand OSU.
Yeah.
It's
as good as Ohio State is, I just trust Texas a lot more. I know it's in Columbus, but I just think Texas just has that edge over them.
No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. It's there. What do you do? All right, here it is, man. Alabama, number 8, Alabama. Florida State. What you got?
This one's easy money pick as well. Give me Alabama as well.
Yeah, Florida State was horrible last year. I don't know if they're going to be much better this year. Everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, it was just a whatever year." No. Okay, I don't know. I don't see it, Teran. Maybe you shouldn't have scheduled Alabama. Probably not the best. This is where cupcake games really come through for these bigger schools. Because you might have to have some cupcakes because I don't think you're beating Alabama anytime soon. Give me Alabama through and through. Georgia versus Marshall. This isn't fair.
This one's easy money. Give me Georgia.
This is mean. This is basically a tune-up game without actually being a tune-up game. That's kind of sad. I'm sorry, Marshall. We are. Oh, no one said anything. Well, yeah, it's just a rough one. All right. I know, and I'm just kind of playing around right now because this is what we're going to be doing every week. Some of these games are not to be taken serious at all, much like this one. Oregon versus Montana State. You have a powerhouse at Oregon, but Montana State, a powerhouse in the FCS. I don't care how good you are, Montana State. You're not beating Oregon.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
you think
Montana
so?
State makes this competitive, but Oregon's going to win. I think you've got to remember that last year Oregon almost lost to Boise State, but I think Oregon wins this one. Don't be surprised if Oregon is still hungover from last year's debacle, because that right there is going to haunt them forever. They might not ever get back to their top dog status.
Ooh, Terrence is throwing it out there. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like the Bobcats. They're a good football team, and if anybody's going to play one of these good schools, I hope it's that. But no, I got to go. Oregon has to win this one. There's no way, and if they do, you do not deserve to be ranked at all throughout the entire season. I don't care. You do not deserve a ranking. No, schools as big as Oregon, those big schools, you should never lose one of those cupcakes. It's not really a cupcake, but it is kind of a cupcake. But yeah, no. Number 21, Ole Miss versus Georgia State. How about this?
Even though Ole Miss doesn't have Jackson Dart anymore, I still got to go with Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin is Lane Kiffin. There's nothing more that needs to be said.
No, this is bogus. Just kidding. This game is not going to go Georgia State's way. Obviously, we know this. But yeah. So all right. When it comes down to this kind of game, you just obviously say, yeah, we know who's winning it, but you better enjoy these wins. You better get these wins where you can, bigger schools, because again, you better use these games wisely. You lose these games, got some issues going on here. Anyway, alrighty. Next one up. Let's see, where is it at? I totally lost it. Oh my gosh. There. Oh, I jacked it up. Look at that. I didn't put the scroller on. All right. Central Michigan versus San Jose State.
Central Michigan, San Jose State. Central Michigan.
Yeah, I'm just no. But yeah, Taryn, I don't know. Some of these games I'm just like, with what do you do, really? How do you feel about these? I don't know. But FCS football, like I said, it's fun, but there's sometimes where you play these cupcake games and I'm just not, I don't know. Some of these are just very annoying. I'd like whatever. But all right. So I guess if we're looking at the big giant elephant in the room, I guess there's a couple other games we could take a look at. You know what I mean? Syracuse, Tennessee, that just got underway right now. What do you think?
Tennessee's winning that one. I don't care if they lost most of their team. Tennessee will not lose to Syracuse. If they do, then they will. That is going to haunt them forever.
Exactly. A stronger FCS team, but not the strongest. The North Dakota Fighting Hawks taking on number 17 Kansas State. I'm sure the Wildcats will rebound in this one. No.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the start of this Texas-Ohio State game.
You're good. You're good. Okay, well, hey, let's just go ahead and fast forward it here really quick, because I think obviously, actually, you know what? Tomorrow, like I said, there is one other one before this one, obviously. Virginia Tech and number 13, South Carolina.
South Carolina wins.
Easy. Yeah, I just, I don't know. I want to say I'd like for there to be more better games to start the year off, but again, I get it. 2-note games, whatever. But all right, Teran, here we go. Are you ready? Because again, this is the game that is just, this is the one. This is an old deal here. Catholics versus convicts. Number 6 Notre Dame versus number 10 Miami. This is going to be tomorrow. ABC, a Sunday game before the NFL Sunday action gets underway. What are you thinking? This game is a very, very fun one. This is definitely the game of the week. What do you got?
Notre Dame is going to win this one. I mean, what's Miami going to do without Cam Ward? So, and also, if I recall correctly, is Notre Dame on this list? No, I guess not. I thought that one of their quarterbacks was on a list, but I trust Notre Dame a lot more than I trust Miami.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't know. There's something there about Miami. I guess again, we occasionally make fun of these guys and have fun, but well, I guess there's no better time to do this, Teran. It's the preseason version of it. But for the first time this year, because they could shut us up on Sunday if they win this thing tomorrow, who knows? But is the U back?
Nope.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have never listened to us before, everybody started getting crazy a couple years back when the U started being somewhat decent. And everyone's talking about the U being back. And, well, every week we have to respond by saying no. No, they're not. We haven't seen anything special just yet, even though last year, but whatever. If you play a bunch of schools that aren't that good and you have a good record, it's like cupcake games with Alabama a couple years ago. At least they proved themselves. Regardless, okay, there you have it. Kaboom, all done. And there it is. So, Teran, any other games on the docket for you this weekend that you noticed that I just probably skipped over because I was like, whatever. I mean,
how
really,
about Old Dominion, Indiana? What do you think about that?
That's actually a pretty good game. I was thinking about talking about that one earlier. I didn't know, but Old Dominion could actually put a little fight into it. But this would be against the Indiana of old a couple of years ago. Now Indiana is actually a lot better. I have a feeling Indiana's probably going to blow the doors off these guys. But Old Dominion could have a strong little fight in them. I don't know. But this could actually be pretty solid. This could be a fun game, but I still got to go with Indiana through and through with this one.
Well, this one's an easy pick for me. I'm taking Old Dominion to win.
No!
Oh, yeah. I think Indiana doesn't have an identity at quarterback, and something about Old Dominion's quarterback, Colton Joseph, he is actually on the watch list for the 2025 Manning Award preseason Manning Award. So I think if Old Dominion's smart, they start Colton Joseph. If they don't start him, then they're stupid and they're going to lose big time. But give me Old Dominion to win.
You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. Let's see. Let's see if they did. Oh, my gosh. That's bold. That's brave.
Colton Joseph is going to throw and run all over Indiana.
Oh, my gosh. This is a good one. Okay. Well, there you have it. Okay. Why not have some fun? Nevada, Penn State. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Penn State's not that bad.
Yeah.
And they still have Drew Aller, who also is a Manning Award preseason watch list recipient.
All I know is the time is getting real thin for Penn State. Something needs to change over there because you can't be ranked number 2 and be in the playoffs and do all this crap and whatever, and still not even like sniff a playoff. I mean, a championship. Gosh damn it. I don't know. We talked about this before already. Is Franklin on the hot seat? I don't know, but this we're getting close to the territory, Teran, right? I mean, I don't know how much closer we can get without getting burned. I mean, but all right. Well, there you have it. And well, let's do it and just get on into it. We have ourselves a little football game to play. We know Thursday night.
Also, I'm going to say USC is going to win against who are they
Missouri
playing?
State. Really?
They're playing an FCS an FCS school, which Notre Dame is now the official team to never schedule an FCS school. They're the only FBS school that's never played an FCS school. So at least Notre Dame's good for something.
Actually.
Did SC cancel that game?
No, they did not. Remember Bobby told us earlier this year in a video on his snippet for IE Sports Radio, Missouri State this year is actually an FBS school for the first, they moved up.
Oh, they did?
They did. They are now an FBS school. So USC still is not, to me, this was kind of stupid because USC always schedules quality. But same as that time, maybe they're just catching on and saying, hey, you know what? Everybody else plays cupcake games, and we're not going to let one win. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Missouri State is in the Conference of USA, so I guess USC and Notre Dame are still a part of the echelon of FBS schools that have never scheduled an FCS school. So good catch on that.
I was thinking the same thing, Teran, and I remember Bobby saying that. But yeah, Missouri State, man. I mean, USC did this. There was strategy to this. I think USC got really close to doing it, but they don't want to ever schedule.
Yeah, I remember like before the pandemic, they had Davis on the docket, and then they had to reshuffle their schedule because of everything and the complications and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I don't know, man. I just it's hard because I get it. USC is like, we want a free win, damn it, because why not? Because everybody else does it. You know what I mean? Like, right?
And they
I
have all the
mean,
money they could throw at other schools.
yeah, but I understand. I get why but hey, they're like, we're still playing FBS school, even though they're extremely low, but whatever. We're gonna treat it like a tune-up game, but not actually have it be an FCS school. Cool. So I understand that, but what do? You got to give SC that because
I've got
why
my
not?
eyes on you, USC.
Nah, right? Seriously, man. So what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? So I guess if you got to look at it any other way, I don't know. It's USC's way, like I said, of saying, hey, we're still not planning to be lower, but we're gonna get ours, because I'll be damned if we're gonna get beat out with this playoff system if we end up playing a quality team and we end up losing, or you know what I mean? Like, no, screw that. So makes sense. Makes sense. I think it makes sense. So all right, here we go, Teran. Off to the NFL. Couple deals here, and then we are out of here. Of course, and we got to make our picks next week and everything. But NFL kickoff is here. Thursday night football, Cowboys at Eagles. The Cowboys just recently fell off a cliff again because Jerry Jones decides, screw it. You know what? We have an unhappy player. We don't even like him. Basically what I thought it seemed like. And we're just going to let him go. We are going to trade away. Darren, I still can't believe this happened. I mean, our Cowboys insider, Jason, was beside himself a couple days ago. You're going to send Micah Parsons, who was very unhappy there in Dallas, to the Green Bay Packers for Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks, saying, it doesn't mean we can deal those picks, whatever. No, bro, what the hell? Like, what do you do? I mean, maybe, I don't know, watch him be a genius in this. I have no idea. But the Cowboys now, they got a younger guy, okay, on the D-line. He probably figures it didn't lose much, but you did. And now the Packers are instantaneously a freaking Super Bowl pick. Okay, they're a Super Bowl caliber team for sure. But now they're playing the Eagles in Philadelphia, Lincoln Financial Field, Thursday night. Do they get embarrassed? What do you think?
Probably, and yes, Eagles will win. I mean, let's be honest. The Cowboys are a hot mess. They have a new head coach, and there's no way the Eagles are going to lose on championship banner night against their division rival.
Yeah, this is no. The Eagles, I think, now are just going to turn it up. They were probably going to win this game anyway, in my opinion, but now it's just going to be worse. Is Jerry Jones insane?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to ask that question. That's all. To him, he's doing the right thing. It's his team, whatever. But oh my gosh, I mean, yeah, I just don't. The logic is just insane. So yeah, so we have that going on this week. And overall, I mean, the over-under, I'm sure, is, I don't even know what it is, but I don't even know who they're picking.
47.5. The line is Philadelphia minus 7.5.
Okay. Do they cover?
Yes.
Who wins this game?
Eagles.
What's the score?
Let's say 31-14.
Yeah, I'm around there too. The Cowboys will get their licks, but hell no. Hell no.
Ooh.
Oh, man. And, of course, Aaron, last but not least for today, that would have been the last game that we talk about, but we got one more, and this is your neck of the woods, really our neck of the woods in this division. But here it comes, man. NFL Brazil, Friday night. Brazil. That's right, man. NFL doing their second game in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And there it is, man. Chiefs taking on the Chargers. How you feel about this one?
I feel nervous. I'm not going to lie. If Rashawn Slater didn't get hurt, I maybe would have been a little bit more confident, but now it's a little bit more nerving.
Yeah, that's kind of a rough one. That's a rough one, man.
Do you want me to make my pick?
I don't know if I'm ready to hear it. What do you got?
You know what? Screw it. I'm still taking the Chargers.
Let's go.
Yeah, the Chiefs are good, and yeah, the Chiefs are gonna want to start the season 1-0, and yeah, the Chiefs have won 18 over the last 21 meetings against the Chargers. But you know what? Jim Harbaugh does not lose NFL season openers. That's why the Chargers will win. They'll somehow pull it out in the most weird fashion ever, and they'll start off the season 1-0.
Let's go, man. Hey, I'm with it. This is fun. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is, oh my gosh. Well, let's do it, man. Let's get out of here. It's been 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So, I will say this. Teran, we are going to avoid gigantic shows like this.
Yes.
Because next week, we have our brand new thing kicking in. So do not forget, everybody, next week, we will be having a show. Teran may or not be able to join, but he'll be sending in videos and everything like that when he can. 6, or really probably 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. 3 and Out on Friday nights. Recapping Thursday Night Football, talking some high school football, of course, getting all that going. Saturday will be like this morning, just way shorter, with a recap of some high school stuff, some pump up for some more high school stuff coming up on Saturdays. The recap of, getting up the build up for college football that day. Sunday mornings, Teran and I will be on to recap the day of college football the day before and get you ready for the NFL. We'll have a fun show that I think is going to be very successful. 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern to the kickoff of Sunday Night Football. It will be a lot of fun. And up to the voice, Carrie Underwood, where she starts singing. We'll have a 30 to 45 minute show there, covering the day of the NFL, pure NFL talk, getting ready for Sunday Night Football, also getting ready for Monday Night Football, and even talking about Thursday Night Football as well in there, kind of getting ready for all of it. And of course, Teran and I will be talking, making shorts for Monday night, Sunday night, and Thursday Night Football all year long, as well as Saturday Night Football with college football. So lots of football, more shows for 3 and Out, shorter times, so we don't have a 2.5 hour show on Saturday. Better design for this one, Teran.
Right, absolutely. We'll make it work somehow.
It's going to be good. It's a much better design for us both. So there you have it, and that is it. So, ladies and gentlemen, my gosh, what a show today, man. Thank you to the near 500 of you that tuned in. We appreciate you all. What do you think, Teran? Any last thoughts, comments, anything before we're out here today?
Well, and football is fully back, and also I gotta hope that OCC wins more than 2 games this year. They start off the season tonight at Allen Hancock, so pray that OCC actually does something good.
Let's go, man. Shout out to those guys. Big shout out to football around the country. Let's go RCC. Beat Long Beach. Could be a fun one, man. Let's see. I can't wait for the Golden West MSJC game going on today. It's so much great football, man. Football's back, baby. Teran, I will see you Friday evening if all goes well with the schedule and everything, man. But that is that for Teran Rodriguez, from me, yourself, Lou, from me, your boy Larry B. We will see you guys next week. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.
Peace.
Peace.